3, 2, 1.
Be careful. You might learn something.
Let's go.
You are now tuned in to the Factual Opinions Podcast with your hosts. I am Pharaoh. Straight facts.
Welcome back, World Factual Opinions Podcast. This is season 4, episode 10. We're calling it the Bill Walker episode for obvious reasons. It's your host, I am Pharaoh, checking in with Will West, the best Nate. Unfortunately, the Brown, Bruce Wayne, Big John will not be with us today. Has some family concerns, but he's with us in spirit. And joining us on this episode, the legendary Cincinnati high school legend. Let me get my introduction together. Kansas State Wildcat, Boston Celtic, unfortunately, but
Don't say
Miami
unfortunately.
Heat.
It's a great thing.
Hey, he played for my New York Knicks also, though. So, uh, Croatian League Cup winner, still hooping to this day. What more can I say? When he came through the lane, you seen it and you heard it. The legendary Bill Walker joins us today.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me on the show, man. It's a blessing, man.
Absolutely. So, been a fan of yours for years, man. Like I said, I was here when you and the Juice hit the scene at North College Hill. Won some state championships, out there. Teamed up with our brother Dre, out there, aka Black Goose, still doing his thing in multi areas of the world. So, we're gonna talk about a few different things, but like I said, I gotta get straight to it, man, because I've been wanting to know the answer to this question for a long time. Like I said, brother Mike Pilgrim asked, he gave his 2 cents. I done heard it. How close was Bill Walker to going to the University of Cincinnati if Coach Bob Huggins did not get let go?
Oh, that was 100% done deal, man. And the crazy part about this is, it would have been me. It would have been it would have been Mike Beasley. We would have got Jacob to come. We would have had a squad. You got to understand the brand behind UC basketball and the influence that it has on us. So
I know.
I'm about to cry.
We was 6th, 7th grade getting recruited by Huggins. So the Jordan brand with the Bearcats, watching James White, Steve Logan, DeMar Johnson,
shout out to brother DJ.
I mean, it was so many dudes that kind of like fit our kind of demeanor. So it was like the perfect place. The black, the red, the white. Oh man.
That hurts our hearts, brother Bill, because
it hurt mine.
We've had a lot of them on here. Like we've had DeMar on here. We've had brother Baloney, aka Tony Bobbitt. Even people that was kind of in your era or a little bit after, like Yancey Gates. He's been on here. We've had OGs like Terry Nelson on here. So, like I said, I've heard that story, but to have it solidified now that Bill Walker was going, and that was the follow up. Does that mean that Mike Beasley and the rest of the gang comes too?
But you got to understand, me and Mike, we matched up all the time. So back then in the tournaments and stuff, they didn't care about what shoe brand your team was sponsored by. They was just okay, Henry number 1, Mike number 2, small forward, or Mike number 1, small forward, Henry number 2. We got to see it, right? So me and Mike played against each other a lot. And we actually we guarded each other a little bit, but we developed a relationship just through the competing, man. And when it came down to like choosing schools, the incident with Huggins, and that situation in Cincinnati, that was like, that kind of that hurt everybody.
It was a major event. It's still feeling.
It's still a major.
It changed the trajectory. It changed the trajectory of the university because you got to understand how big Bob Huggins was with that Cincinnati brand behind him. That Bearcat, it meant a lot. It represents the city of Cincinnati. You got to understand, it's a grimy city. It's a hard working city. It's a lot of people that they're prideful, and that color scheme, everything just fit. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man. That was a tough day, man.
I remember
because we lived it. Go ahead, Nate.
I was getting ready to say, I remember I was done with high school and we was just going back to Hughes. going to rec. Shout out to AD. He
Yeah,
played for Xavier. And,
AD showed us
and
love.
him and Marion. I still tell AD he shouldn't have went to Xavier, but that's another subject. But I remember Chris Scott came to Hughes, and you all went to North College Hill. And AD had just got there. Chris Scott had got there. And Chris was talking about, AD was talking about, he was talking about OJ. He was talking about you. He was saying they might end up coming here. I'm like, all right, I want to see what these guys about. But I happened to I graduated when y'all got to, I think it was like y'all sophomore year. I graduated. So after that, I was just going back for rec, just getting in the gym because I was getting ready to go to school. And I remember them saying, like, OJ going to North, they at North College Hill now. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll see how that worked. But the thing is, what made it bad, do you remember Coach D's?
From you?
Yeah, Coach D's that was under Coach Mills. Coach D's.
I think so.
Heavy set, dark skin.
Yeah.
Coach D's was the one, he was like, hey, UC about to get everything they wanted. And then Huggs got in trouble.
Everything was lined up, man. Like, y'all don't understand. We probably could have assembled one of them teams, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? One of them teams, one of them would have been grimy. You got to understand, me and Mike in the paint. Me and Mike are, I think, the highest scoring Big 12 duo all time. I'm not for sure on that, but I think we top 3.
Y'all are. Now I'm thinking of all the duos. It was Blake Griffin.
There's not a better duo. I don't think there's a better duo in Big 12 history.
And Devin
Except
Downey
the Morrises. The Morrises was probably up there with y'all.
The Morris twins, yeah, but I don't think they like total like I don't think they the stats, they didn't have the stats. Me and Mike.
No, hell no.
You got to understand, we was paint monsters, bro. We was paint monsters. We was physical. We gonna rebound. So imagine we had, OJ and Jake pulling on the outside, running the 1 and 2 with me and Mike in the paint, and we would have got Dominique Sutton. And you got somebody that defends
was
everybody.
Like top 10 on your class, wasn't he?
Bro, it was crazy. And then, but you got to understand, once that blew up, OJ, he was like, man, I'm going to USC. And that's my man.
He ain't got no reason
brother,
to be on this side of town no more.
That's my brother. Me and OJ went to preschool together, man. We used to get whooped, hopping under cots and getting back on them. That's how far me and Juice go back. So, once the thing with Huggs broke down, he like, man, I'm going to USC. Me, that's just way too flashy for me, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That was before the bag, wasn't it?
That was before the bag. That was before the NIL and all of that. Now, you know what I'm saying?
So y'all heard it here. It's another Factual Opinions podcast exclusive. The Juice, OJ Mayo, Bill Walker, Michael Beasley, everybody. Sutton was going to UC.
It would have been
crazy.
It
was confirmed. It's true.
Yeah.
It would have been the reload going into the Big East Conference with Coach Huggs. It would have been nasty.
And yeah, I think that just the support from the city, man. I think we would have stayed 1 or 2 seasons. They wouldn't have been able to leave once they got that love, bro. And it would have been crazy, man. It's just one of those things that's like, damn, man, that right there was some blown money right there, man.
Yeah, I couldn't wait on that one. I had to get that one out the way first. So we kind of rapped about it at the beginning before the show when we were kind of backstage streaming. So you did say that you played sports other than just hoop coming up, which was one of my questions. So Nate, I bet you and the public didn't know this. So Brother Bill was a tight end, defensive end.
I did.
You knew that already?
You got leaked. Yeah, you got Dre told me that. Dre was like, he was a football standout.
Yeah, I was rough. That's where I got my play style from. Just contact and physicality. I was used to all of that. So coming from the football side, and around 7th grade, 8th grade, it's like we had to cut it off, man, because the basketball was coming to the forefront. But a lot of people don't know that I wasn't really that good at basketball until I got to about 9th grade. Skill wise, like I was always an athlete and stuff like that, but I didn't have the skills. I was an athlete, but once I started, honing in and working, and and pretty much just getting abused by OJ every day. I made my mind up.
Might as
Like,
well, might as well take advantage of
you feel
it.
me? You know,
Right.
but you need that steel to sharpen steel. So I
Yeah,
figured if I can compete with him, then I can compete with anybody out there, and it worked for him too. Because if he can score on me, like, you got to understand, I know all your moves. I've been watching you. I know your tail signs when you're gonna shoot, all of that. So that's why when you seen him play and people were guarding him, it was so easy for him because y'all not understanding the level of defense he going against when he practiced. So when he get out there in the game, you would see him run off 20, 30 points in a row. Like, bro, it was crazy.
Well, Dre talked
Crazy.
about that when he was on here. He said that the
yeah,
best battles that you guys had were actually in practice
Practice,
because of
bro.
all the
yeah.
dogs that y'all had on those teams, and that's why y'all were able to win state championships. Now, what's funny is y'all were kind of trendsetters though, because especially back then, unless you were at a prep school or something, like that, you didn't see a lot of teams that had multiple guys that could or for sure were going to the league.
Yeah.
So it was always Bill Walker, OJ Mayo, in the headlines. Especially, I think y'all were what, D2, D3
I think
at
we
the
were D
time.
three. We were D
Yeah, that
three.
was D
Yeah,
three.
It was
I
because
it
think
was
Courtney Davis just hit me up and said he was like, yeah, we was D3, but we was playing all D1 schools
oh we
everywhere
was
they went.
traveling the country playing, bro.
Yeah,
Like, we
and
wasn't
even here
about
locally though, I remember certain schools like I'm gonna throw them
Taft.
under the bus a little bit.
We, you
Deer
know,
Park and some of them other ones complaining because obviously they had no chance in hell with
understandable,
the level of talent
understandable,
that y'all had.
understand.
But yet years later, they turned around and did the exact same thing
they
to
did.
win a state title and bringing kids in there. So
Yep,
Okay, so it's wrong when it's being done to you, but you'll do it to other people.
yep. They
You
did
got
it
to
2 years.
understand
I think it was no, it wasn't even 2 years. It was like it was about 8 or 9 years later,
that. Yeah.
but
So
they ended up
but the blueprint was
letting
there, and
kids
I just
move in the
remember there
city.
were some like undertones to it. They were talking about stuff like, "Oh, we'll never play them again," or hanging on the rim, or doing this and that. I'm like, what are
you
they
listen,
supposed to do? You
Yeah,
mad because they can dunk?
we old enough now. We old enough now. We don't got to sugarcoat it.
yeah,
Okay, we were playing teams like New Miami. We walking in the gym. They calling us all type of monkeys
yeah.
and racial stuff. We actually got in a fight versus New Miami that was on Court TV. I don't know if y'all
Mm.
remember that. We got in a,
Oh, I do
okay.
remember that because
So
Now that you
Dre sent
mention
me
it,
the link
yeah,
yeah,
for it.
let's
I
be
remember
real.
that.
So when
Yeah,
we go play these teams, instead of just playing basketball, y'all trying to hurt us. Y'all trying to undercut us. So all this hanging on the rim and all of that stuff, y'all asked for it. Now, if y'all would have went out there and just played, we would have played. You see what I'm saying? We ain't gonna turn
yeah,
up unless it's time to turn up.
yeah.
We would have
You ain't
played.
gonna
We would
piss
have
me off
played
and think
two
I ain't gonna react.
I just
word. And
never
then
understood it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, not dunk because your kids
what,
can't?
bruh, we only playing 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Like, I'm trying to get mine in
Yeah.
before I go sit down. We know y'all trash.
And then y'all got this short, stocky boy that's about 5'6" that can't even
But
jump. He barely
and think
running.
they be thinking they strong. You're not
Yeah,
understanding, dog. Like,
yeah.
we all out here, we lifting every day. You know what I'm saying? We dying
Right.
to play against somebody else, bro. Cause we in practice, bro. It was Hunger Games, bro. Don't get caught
Yeah.
under that rim. You
Yep.
Dre coming, Keenan coming. Like, don't be going for no soft layup. Somebody coming to block. Like,
Courtney.
it
Oh
was
yeah,
it was
yeah.
high level work. So
Yeah.
when we get out there to play against them, like, we don't even want to be here.
Right.
That's what they not understanding. We don't want to play y'all either.
So I wanted to ask you about that, man. Like, having that strong of a team and then playing that schedule, at times, and of course, like you said, you did travel and play other schools that did have some competition, man. How did you? And I know this generation is different because whether it's football or who we wanted to play,
Yeah.
that was our love. That was what we wanted to do. So there wasn't really no such thing as load management, at least not in the capacity that you see it now.
We ain't doing that.
Uh, but how did you manage that? Like knowing, like, hey man, I'm going to the NBA one day, and I'm out here with cats that's trying to undercut me and do dirty stuff like that. What I mean, what? How did you manage that dynamic?
My focus wasn't necessarily like, oh, I already know I'm going to the NBA. I already know I didn't have that. I never had that type of mentality. I wasn't that type of person. I just took it day by day. Like, I'm just trying to get 1%, 2%, 3% better today than I was yesterday. I'm trying to stack these days on top of each other. I'm not
Yeah,
worried about Cincinnati college, whoever we was playing. We ain't worried about that. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So my thing was, all right, getting in this game, I'm trying to get 5 assists. Let me get 5 assists. Let me get 2 blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were working on stuff. We wasn't playing them. So
Right.
we got a pecking order. Everybody know, like, Juice gonna shoot the ball regardless. Like, you know that. Like, shoot or shoot. He gonna tell you. He'll tell you, shoot or shoot,
for
family.
sure.
I don't know what you want me to do. He gonna shoot. So, all right.
Hey,
So
you can't tell the
me
Juice not to shoot. Don't tell the Juice
nah,
not to
because
shoot.
I mean, listen, man. Y'all, come on. He go in them games. I look at him. He look at me like, bruh, just let me have the ball 6 times. Let me get my 12. I'm gonna get out the way.
That's how it be.
Real
Man.
I
quick. He
mean,
gonna
I'll
bop,
never
bop,
forget
bop,
that Martin
bop.
Luther King game. Y'all played against who was it that was
I
on
think it
that
was
team?
Taft, wasn't it? If I
No.
don't,
Y'all that was the year after y'all played Taft. No, the year before y'all played Oak Hills.
oh yeah, that was the
That
one.
game was nuts. Remember, it was mass fights and they kept stopping y'all games.
Yeah.
So I never forget that because I was like, hey,
It was like
Bill,
17,
that's what made
18,000
me.
people in there, man.
I questioned the meter because I was like, I think Bill been turning it off this first quarter, and then the next thing you know, I'm looking, he's pecking on the pecking order. You got about 15 rebounds. It's halftime. Like, what is going on? Why you got
Yeah,
15 boards at halftime? This don't make sense.
yeah,
Then you
we
end up having like 25
mhm,
and 20 and shit. I'm like, what is going
for
on?
sure. But I had to learn to play off of
Juice,
so
yeah,
you know, at 9 years old when we first started hooping, man, he was already in the newspaper.
yeah, he was.
Like, no, I'm not kidding y'all. This motherfucker been a prodigy from. He's in the newspaper shooting left, right hand layups and 3-pointers. We 7, 8 years old.
I think that's what made him stand out a lot because he was
You see what
doing
I'm
it
saying?
with
We don't
both
even got
hands.
that
Like he
range.
doing everything with both hands.
He bruh, the man didn't have a weakness in his game. So
So
from 9 years old, he working out of the triple threat, jabbing, and like he played the same way he played his whole. That's just
Man,
he been that. His dad and his grandfather Dwayne Barnes, who took me in. That's what we did every day. We in the gym. We up. We got school. We up in the gym for. We gonna get 300-400 in. Go back, have breakfast, take a shower, then we go to school. Lunch, come on over here, get these reps in. Go back after school, practice with the team, and then before you go to bed, we got to get 500 more in. We got to get our 1,000 for the day. The workload is crazy.
it's
now you know who
crazy.
was on that
Man.
staff that we kind of already talked about. So
Yeah,
I got to give a shout out to him.
we had Coach Green, bro. It's a great day to be a dog. You feel me?
Yes,
It's a
sir.
great day to
Coach
be a dog.
Green.
That's what it
That
was.
energy, bro. I mean, you gotta understand. We was around people that cultivated an environment that bred competition. You see what I'm saying? Like, even when Dre first came, you know what I'm saying? Me and Dre kind of play the same position. We had to learn to play with each other too, but me and Dre got the
Mhm.
same type of personality.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it'd go down. We ain't got no problem. You see what I'm saying? So I had to, once me and Dre got to know each other, I wouldn't let nobody touch him. He wouldn't let nobody touch me. You feel what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
That's how we rolled, man. And we had that bond because we locked in and we in the gym a lot. We in the gym always. We working.
Shout
You
out to
can
my
feel it.
brother Dro.
Feel the
Black
bond.
Goose, go download his
Black
album. Shout
too.
out to my brother,
Oh, and
man.
he's super talented, man. Like
Yeah, for sure. Been
At
talented.
everything that he does.
Everything
everything
he
he touched,
touched.
man. Like
Yeah,
that's a
man.
blessing, man. He's a solid dude, man. He's a good dude, man. That's forever my dog, man. Because like I said, when we first got up to Cincinnati, man, we faced a lot, man. It's a lot of stuff that happened just outside of basketball that people weren't aware of. Just
I
us
caught a
being
lot of heat.
outsiders, coming to Cincinnati, people, being jealous of us, trying to fight us. I don't know how many fights I got in Cincinnati, man. It got to the point where I would just tell, like, look, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You like, I'm
why are
over
we
it.
doing this?
I'm
Why
done.
we doing
I'm
this?
done. What is going on?
I don't even know y'all. Y'all don't know me. You know what I'm saying? It
Them
just got
alley
to that.
oops, man. They was jealous.
It got to that point, but after a while, you feel what I'm saying? They figured, like, all right, these motherfuckers ain't gonna stop fighting either. So might as well just be cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it went. But after that, I swear, after they seen like what type of people we was, like, oh, these country boys, they ain't no hoes. You know what I'm saying? It was all love. It was all
Yeah,
love
for
everywhere we
sure.
went.
Yeah,
Everywhere
but
we
see, that's what I remember is the end part, man, where it was all
it
love
was it was
for
all love.
y'all around the city.
It
So
was all.
winning, the state title and everything,
Mhm,
that set you up. Like you said, you already had that dog in you. Naturally, that's why Coach Huggins would want a physical player,
for sure.
like that or y'all. So the incident happens. Coach Huggs gets let go. OJ is like, man, I'm going to USC. We know for that 1 year and entering the draft.
Yeah.
And you end up going to Kansas State,
Mm-hmm.
still
Hold
playing
on, Al. Before
for.
you go any further, did they fly you out in the private jet again?
Listen,
Because I've
man,
heard stories about the
this,
private jet
this,
getting
this,
flown out to go get people.
I didn't get on that. You got to understand, I'm not that type of dude, man. I'm low key. Let's just get it done and get to where we need to be. I don't need all the fanfare and all of that. So I didn't even visit Kansas State, which is the crazy part about it. So when I got
Damn.
there, I landed and I'm smelling like cow manure and what I'm saying. I'm from the country, but at the same time, like this is a different type of
Yeah.
and it ain't a lot of people that look like me. So I'm skeptical off the top. I'm like landing. We on like a little crop plane. I'm like, yeah, I think I made the wrong decision.
Crop
I
duster.
swear. I got to my dorm. I looked around, man. I laid in the bed and I cried, bro.
Damn, for real?
I cried, bro.
Manhattan, Kansas is a long way away, man.
A
Yeah,
long
man.
way
It
away,
is.
and I really at that moment I was like, man, I don't know what I got into. But that next day, just walking around the campus, like again, just the love, the people from K State, the people from Manhattan, man, they took me in as one of their own, and like I'm indebted to them as well, man. I always wear my K State purple. I still support. I'm back in school right now, so I'm
That's
always,
good. That's
you know what I'm
good.
saying, always, repping my squad. But that first probably 2 weeks was tough, man, and then I couldn't have any contact with the team. So I was working out on my own and stuff like that. So it was hard, man. But once I got ingratiated in with the team, it was just the focus was just basketball, and I just got back into my routine, being in the gym all the time, and that's what I did.
So
Got
was
on.
it a holdup before you could be in contact with the team when you got there?
Well, I graduated early because
Yeah.
well, y'all, we keeping it
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Podcast. I went to
Yeah,
this race
we're not in high
school.
school no more. We can do
I
this.
went to
We
this
can do this
school
no
in
more.
in Kentucky. Um, I went to Bob Evans Farm on a field trip. A kid called me a racial term. I socked him, popped him. Bah. They suspended me for hitting him, but they didn't recognize that he provoked the whole thing, calling me a racial slur. Okay, cool. I don't want to be at this school anymore. Right? We got to wake up 6 in the morning, get on the bus all the way from Huntington, West Virginia to Ashland, Kentucky to deal with this racism. I'm like, I'm cool on that.
Is that when you and OJ went to that school?
Yeah,
Okay.
we were at the Christian
And I
school,
wondered why you weren't playing. I'm like, where did Bill go? I know
bro,
he went with bro.
because they was, you know, I, I listen, man. I'm one of them people, man. I'm gonna give you the utmost respect, the utmost respect. I'm
Until you
expecting it back,
disrespect him.
and when you do that, it's like I don't want to be here. I'm in my class. Like these people made it to where like it was real blatant. Like I had to sit on the whole other side of the class like by myself. Everybody over here, I'm over here. I'm like, y'all, what is going on? You know what I'm saying?
It's
I'm
like
cool.
segregation going on for real.
So keep this. I leave. Okay, I go to Marva Collins Preparatory in I can't remember where this place was. I remember. I'm like sixth grade. I was there. I came to Cincinnati twice. I went to Marva Collins Prep. I can't remember if it's like Silver or something. I don't know where the place was at. But I'm there. I do that. I leave. I go back home because I'm like, man, I don't know if I can do it up there. Then I come back. My eighth grade year, go to North College Hill. Now, in the midst of me going to North College Hill, the people from Kentucky wrote over my transcripts, right? So on my transcripts, you can see because I had to go to the Ohio State high school athletic board and present all the evidence to them before they ruled me ineligible. Now, when you transfer schools, you don't get your transcripts. They
Nope.
send that to the school. I never had that in my possession. These people forged and wrote all over it, and when we presented it, because we got it directly from the school to give it to the board of.
So you covered your ass. Excuse my mouth. We just pause.
Because we got to. We don't get the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt. We got to prove with paper. We guilty until we prove our innocence.
Yep.
So That's what I did. I go up there, and these folks look at me dead in the eye, and I'm showing them blatantly that this place has forged all of this stuff. They rule me ineligible. Bam.
That's
I said,
crazy.
there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And I mean, we got testimonies. We had evidence of them blatantly like, yeah, we're gonna sabotage. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. The kicker was, it wasn't me. It was when OJ left to come join me in Cincinnati.
So they knew the fact that OJ was
They didn't care
going to
about me.
school with you.
They didn't care about me.
They didn't care, but
yeah,
it's the fact that OJ left.
If OJ would have stayed in Kentucky and played, they would have left me alone. They would have
He was
never
down
did.
there with Chris Scott. That's what Chris Scott was talking about. When
But
Chris Scott left down there, he said OJ was coming up there too.
yeah,
Makes sense.
and that's what happened. So
Wow.
That's crazy.
So you had a lot to overcome even before you stepped on there, and then, like you said, the adjustment of being in Manhattan, Kansas, and everything. But I'm sure once you got to hoop and you was in your element,
yeah,
that kind of took care of itself. But so let me ask you. So you end up playing for legendary Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins that first year anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked every former player that got to play for Coach Hugs, what was it like, or give me one example or story
Man, them
of
people
Bob
crazy.
Huggins that people may not know about.
Man, them people crazy, man.
What's the story that you remember that stands out that the public may not know that
Bro,
you feel comfortable sharing?
they got this treadmill that's like cupped. Have y'all seen them treadmills?
Like the incline joint.
It's not an incline. It's just no
just
flat.
the curl.
It's not
the
flat.
Curl one?
Yeah,
You're talking about the curl
it's
joint.
curved.
Okay.
So there ain't no resting. That mug is on 13 miles per hour with a little incline the whole practice. That's all you gonna hear is bruh, you make a mistake, don't box out. You gonna hit that mug 30 seconds. Coming back. You might have to hit the stairs. Like the man crazy. I mean, but he was intimidating, but at the same time, he's a big boy. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll get up on you.
Yeah.
So it was an
6'3", 6. Was he?
Yeah,
like
but
6'3"?
he got some weight to him. He ain't no hoe either, bro. Like you gotta understand the type of guys that he been dealing with, bro. He's seen it all. He's been in some rough environments, recruiting players. He's seen it all. Like he don't care about none of that, man.
Cal say Hugs was wild.
He was wild. Don't be in there.
wild.
Don't be in there bullshitting, man. Bruh. We had bubbles on the rim. This what freaked me out. This where I was like, yeah, this is a whole different level. I ain't never seen this. We got bubbles on the rim. So when you go to shoot, there ain't no makes. This shit is bouncing. Now you win the game by getting defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds. Defensive rebounds is 1, offensive rebounds is 2. Bro, we playing 40-minute game with bubbles on the rim. So just imagine the physicality going on. People fighting. If you gonna fight, go to the side. I'm like, what? Bro, they literally go to the side, get their scrap on, hop back in practice. I said, oh God.
That sound like some Hug stuff right there.
That sounds about right.
If you gonna handle it, so we can get back to work. All right, cool. I'm like, yeah, I like this. I'm a little nuts too. I'm like, I like this.
That was the common trait though. That was the common trait between all his. Kmart always say, shout out to Kmart who said he gonna come on here too. Still waiting.
Oh man, that's
still waiting on Kmart.
That's the goat. That's the goat.
Straight jacket crazy. Well, look, man, all of Hug's players, especially the goons, was a little off.
He knew the type of guys. He knew the type of guys he recruited. That's the one thing that broke my heart about the whole situation, though. Y'all know I'm from West Virginia. And shit, I would have loved to go home and play for West Virginia if I couldn't play for Cincinnati. But this man's recruited me since I was in 7th grade. My mother's comfortable with him, and she got to sign the papers. So I can't just go. Oh, I'm gonna go to Syracuse. She got to sign.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 18. She got to sign. You see what I'm saying? She ain't signing no papers unless it's with him.
Mm.
That's how hard he was recruiting, bro. Like he know my family history, everything. Like so, him leaving. Like when I talked to him before, and he told me, "Oh, you ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm staying. Don't worry about it." And then to turn around and for him to, go to West Virginia and I'm sitting here like I had tore my ACL and everything. So I'm basically out here in Kansas, torn ACL, you dipping. Like it was like I felt like, people kind of threw the towel in on me. Like, oh, that's the second ACL. He ain't gonna be no good. You know what I'm saying? That hurt me, man. I've talked about it in one other interview, but like that hurt me, bro. I went through a lot just mentally getting over that, man. Feeling uh that type of rejection for somebody that I really respected, man. I would have hurt somebody for hugs, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that mentally, bro, that was crazy, bro. It took me a while to like really process and get through the emotions of that, man, because that was for me that was traumatic because that I respected this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, it was, I look, it was his time to go
It's
home.
still hurt. It's still you still feel that a little bit.
Bruh,
I
because
can
you
see.
gotta
I can
understand,
see.
man. Like
Yeah.
I had a dream, like I wanted to play for this guy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really like dead set. We would go to UC and just watch.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I would just watch, bro. We was infatuated, like, bro, look how they play. Look at man, Steve Logan.
Yeah.
Man, like, yo, he know us, bro. We hooping him like McNeil, like he was my favorite. I don't know why, bro, but I think he was just my favorite dog because he was just with the shit. Like he strap up. He you know what I mean. He make big plays. He was
Yeah.
I rock with Cuz. I rock with James White too. So man, I'm torn up about it. Like even to this day, I'm able to process it and deal with it. But imagine 17, 18 years old, bro. That's tough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He made that decision to follow him. You get hurt. Says he ain't leaving. Then all of a sudden
It's
does.
like
I
it's
You
like
know they
being
shipping.
discarded, bro. It's like
I
trash.
yeah, I
You
can
know.
imagine. Now I got one more question about them practices though.
hmm
Did he do the same thing that he did at UC as far as physicality and driving to the hole? Did he bring in football players
Oh
with
yeah,
pads to hit
yeah.
you?
You
Because
gonna get your man.
Kansas State is a football school.
Listen, man. They got the full body joints you can put your arm in. So
Yeah.
we had it was some crazy practices, bro. Like you would go to the lane out of nowhere, somebody a bow. You gotta be ready. Just getting used to it. That's just how we played, bro. You gotta get used to getting hit and hitting. Like you know what I mean. You gotta condition your body for that too. So
Them unexpected shots as well. So you gotta
yes,
be.
yes. So you gotta condition your mind, your body. You gotta be at peace with we gonna hit and we gonna get hit. And once you get comfortable with that, this shit's a breeze after that.
Yeah. Now was it Frank Martin? Was he the coach afterwards?
Yeah, he was there
Yeah.
after.
Mhm.
So actually, man, you got to play for two of college basketball's elite coaches. Like, what
Mhm.
did you like take away, from that? Like before you got to the NBA, what lessons did you learn from playing for Coach Martin and Coach
Well, I mean, me and Coach Martin, we didn't end on the greatest terms.
Okay,
So now looking back, me being in my 30s, I wouldn't me as a 30-some-year-old man, I wouldn't have done the things that were done with teenagers. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and no offense to him, but that was his first job too. So that's why I don't hold any grudges because you
okay,
learning too. We all in here learning. We fresh. It's your first job. You trying to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to prove myself. Mike Bees comes in. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to prove myself to everybody here. Like, yeah, I messed my leg up, but I still can go. You feel me?
You still got it in you.
You feel
right,
me? So it was just a lot, and I hadn't dealt with the
Oh,
whole mental thing of Hugs leaving either. And then here he come, and the thing that hurt me the most is like y'all recruited me. Y'all know the family situation and environment that I come from, and y'all. It seems like everybody doesn't respond to you yelling and all of that. Like Hugs, me and Hugs, he really didn't do that with me. He wasn't yelling. He just gonna tell me, look, do this, do that. It wasn't like because like the
yeah.
situations people come from. I don't respond to that. Me and Frank kind of butted heads because of that. That's how he talks. And it took me years to kind of look back and be like, okay,
Not every coach the same.
Not every coach is the same. Now, and I had to sit back and understand the situation he was in. These people are giving him a chance. He got to make it pop right now, or they're gonna get rid of him. So we all are trying to prove ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Looking back, I wish we would have had better communication because, bro, we in this together. This is a partnership. This ain't nothing else but that. If I succeed, you succeed. You succeed, So that's my thing. But looking
how many
back,
games did you play under him?
I played 31 games under.
You played Coach. You played the full
played
season.
my whole freshman season. I had a red shirt after I tore my ACL.
Okay, yeah, I remember you shut down.
You know, so just gaining from him, I learned a lot of just grit. Just having to just get through things that may be uncomfortable for me. Learning how to operate in that, but it wasn't all bad because I learned a lot of stuff from Coach Frank. You know, I want people to know that I learned a lot of shit from Coach Frank, just on some man time. You understand?
Yeah, growing up,
just being a man, like handling shit. You know, your priorities straight. Don't be late. Show up. If it's 11, show up at this time. Like stuff like that. Like to this day that I still use. So it wasn't all bad. It was just, you know, the pressure of the situation. I'm trying to, you know, prove myself. He trying to prove himself, and our personalities is like exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? So there was plenty of times. Me and him.
I was always taught that though. But if a coach cussing you out, it's because he love you and he wants you to do the best. That's all it was. That's all it was.
Worry when he stops yelling.
Yeah, he don't stop yelling. He ain't caring.
That's
the problem.
I didn't have the maturity to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Now looking back, I see, but in the moment, it wasn't communicated. It was just like you just constantly on some other stuff, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly telling you, my man, I don't respond to that, bro. Looking back, again, I'm pretty sure he's gotten way better as a coach because it's all about growth and developing. So of course, we was the first batch. So of course he's improved. We've all improved. You know what I mean? But looking back, we did some great shit, bro.
Yeah.
Some great shit. So, you know, I wouldn't change it. I mean, I'm glad I got to play for him because, you know, he brought a lot out of me. A lot out of me that I didn't think I had, man. I had to, you know, expand my game a little bit more. And, you know, so it was beneficial for both of us. He went on to do great things. I did too.
That's when you got your perimeter game too, ain't it?
I had to, you know. Just
you expanded your shot, everything. I remember
Mike
was like, I ain't used to him shooting threes. Like,
man, Mike was
knocking it down.
He was having so much traffic in the paint, just trying to, you know, contain him that you couldn't get in there some of the time. So I had to expand my game and handle the ball a little bit more. So I was able to, you know, play a little bit different style than what I was used to.
So before we get to the transition to the league, because you just mentioned the grinding times that you had to go through with injuries and, you know, adjusting to Coach Hugs leaving and the new coaching style, Coach Martin. So what I want to know is what type of music, what artists did you use to get you through those rehabs, those workouts, and what was Bill Walker's pregame music back in the day?
But see, before the games, I didn't listen to nothing like rowdy, bro. I listened to like R&B, bro. I listened to like Boys to Men, something because I'm already.
You was in your sensitive side when you was.
You already there.
You got.
You already there.
I'm already amped. I'm already. If I would listen to like DMX, I couldn't hoop.
Yeah, you out of control.
I'm too like. So I would have to listen to something like totally opposite. I'm listening to Tony Braxton and. You know what I'm saying? If somebody was to pick up my headphone, they looking like, yo, hey, what the fuck? Hey, this is what I'm playing, man. I can't do that. Because if I
walk in the gym and you got 7 whole days playing in your ear.
Yeah, I got it. I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone, man.
No, that makes sense though, because I was telling people like,
yeah. Now during the rehab, I was DMX, Weezy, Jay.
You need that.
You know, because people don't understand. Like, you know, I've had 8 knee surgeries, bro, and them rehabs, bro, they take you to dark places, man. So it's tough, man. I remember.
I thought just having gout took me to a dark place. God,
so imagine having your ACL repaired and then they trying to bend your leg the day after. I'm passing out in that mug.
Yeah.
Waking up. Painful, bro. Like I had to push through all that. Wasn't nobody in there with me, man.
Yeah, you on
Yeah.
Nobody
you
came.
inside your own brain.
Nobody came in there and gave me encouragement, cheered me on, bro. I had to get up myself, bro. And that's
Yeah.
another reason why I felt how I felt like y'all throwing me to the side, like I ain't worth shit.
Yeah,
That's
You
but
know
in
what I'm saying?
turn, I'm sure you processed that eventually. I mean, it
Of
didn't feel
course, man.
good at the
I'm from
time, but that gave you
1023
added
Minton Street.
motivation.
I'm from 1023 Minton Street, Huntington, West Virginia. You never heard of it, and you never will again. So imagine what I had to overcome, bro. You know
yeah.
what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It wasn't nothing new. I'm just, I'm a different type of dude, bro. And I proved that I'm a different type of dude. I'm something different.
For sure.
I ain't finna stop at this or let that be the end. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grind through it, and that's what I did.
Can I give you a few flowers real quick? I'm gonna give you a few flowers. I appreciate the work and the things that you brought to this city. Because at that
Hmm.
time when you came to the city, we was all beefing and going at each other. It was
I
a
know,
drama
bro.
filled city at that time.
I
You
know.
probably know. I even off the street, even off the court,
It
it was
was
bad. It
you
was
got to
real
understand.
bad.
Like I'm from I'm from a place where I've seen extreme violence. Okay, like I'm from Huntington, West Virginia. We are now in the middle of an epidemic with all the drugs and stuff, but it's been going on. You got
Mm-hmm.
people coming from big cities because there's a lot of drug users in them hills, man. So they come in flooding the town. Like that's when the violence comes. So I was used to seeing that, which is crazy, to say, out loud. Like you're used to seeing extreme violence, but I was. But coming to Cincinnati it's just so many different people, bro. And
Yeah.
then how stuff was going, it was like the neighborhoods. It's like it was
Yeah.
wild. So when we started hooping, you could see like the culture kind of changed because for instance, they were just trying to chase the shows. Where who hooping, who you know what I mean? Who
Who
playing?
this? Who that? Yeah.
It wasn't about fighting no more. It was about let's go to the
Nah.
games, let's get fly, let's get on these girls. You could just see the energy with everybody. Everybody was like, trying to chill, trying to be seen. We up in
Yeah.
this joint, trying to have a good time. So that's
Like I
the
said,
biggest
with that
thing,
Martin Luther King tournament, when
for
y'all
sure.
played Oak Hills, we came in there. Everybody was focused on, hey, I'm trying to see what they look like. I
They
heard
trying,
that
you
they
feel
the
me?
official deal. Like that's all
Yeah,
everybody was talking. You got your riffraff there till there
for
some
sure, for sure.
drama happened,
That
but
come with the game.
we was
I
there. Everybody was there to see you, and I think it was a Ty Lawson at the time. Was it
Ty
Ty
Lawson.
Lawson?
It was Ty Lawson. It was Nolan. They went to Duke.
Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith, Mike Bees. It was a couple other dudes went to Michigan. They whole team went D1.
Yeah, they whole team went D1 that
Yeah,
year.
so that was just a gift for the city, man. Just being able to bring them there to have that game, and then the level of competition it was, bro. That was a gift to the city, man. Just to
We don't even have that tournament no more, bro. They done
exactly.
moved it around. They done moved it around.
It's been the game has definitely changed, man, for real.
Well, y'all changed a lot, on the scene, and to hear some of these background stories that we didn't know, man, and the perseverance that you had fighting back, from ACL, the situation at Kansas State.
Hmm.
So then you enter the NBA draft,
Hmm.
and actually you got selected by the Wizards,
Yeah,
right?
I tore my meniscus working out in the draft, bro.
Damn.
I worked out for the Pistons, and then I went to Golden State, and my knee swelled up on the plane. I was done. I only worked out for Toronto and Detroit. Tore my
So
meniscus, bro.
so you didn't work out for that team that Nate has on his head right now that traded for
Nah, I
you.
didn't. I didn't get to. I didn't get to. So and then I had a chance of going back to school. So the way I'm looking at it is like, man, I keep getting injured. So what if I go to school, I go back to school, I get hurt, and it's over. I ain't going to ever see the dream. You feel me? So I had to just say, fuck it. I'm whatever spot I get selected, I gotta stay in. So I go from potential lottery pick to second round. You feel me? So I had to deal with that. You know what I mean?
You
Just
killed the
having.
summer league though.
I mean, that's different, bro. They don't look. It's so political. The NBA is so political
Yeah, I was about to
where
say politics take a
they could
toll.
see you do something and then see somebody else do it and appraise because they like this dude, or I don't got a demeanor where I don't look like I'm friendly. You know what I'm saying? I've never looked like that. Like now, if
It's
you
because we
were
dark skinned, bro. It's because we dark skinned.
that, and I ain't everybody's friend. Like for real, I ain't
That's
everybody's
the real
friend.
vibe,
Like
bro. It's because we
folks
dark
will
skinned
tell
and we
you,
don't
bro.
smile
Folks will
out.
tell you. Like between me and Juice, we was fire and ice. Juice is outgoing. He gonna be mingling, and I'm gonna be in the cut. That's just how I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not finna overly go and brown nose and kiss ass for what?
Feel like I'm just trying to dunk on
I'm just
somebody,
trying to
bro.
hoop,
I'm
dog.
just trying to play.
Why does it have to be all this other? It ain't like we going around door to door selling vacuums and nah, we hooping, bro. Like, why is it? Why is it that? All right,
So so with
it's
that said though, so you end up with the Boston Celtics. So we're talking
mm-hmm.
about one of
Hold on,
the NBA's.
wait a minute. Wait.
Nate, I'm gonna punch you if you interrupt me again. He about to show that Celtics blanket in the
Yeah,
background. I already
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, he's
I
so
just want
ready for
you
this
to see the
final.
love. Just want you to see that.
You
I
know,
just want you to
and
see the love a little bit.
this
I was
is
just trying to give
tough.
you some love, Al. That's all.
He's
This is
so
Just trying
ready.
to
tough
give you
for a
some love.
lifelong Lakers fan to even have to
Yeah.
talk about the Celtics on
No,
here.
no, I'm not. He got
But
he green. He wrapped
Hey,
up
he
too.
hated. I'm eating it. I'm eating it, Bill. I'm eating
but we're
it.
talking about one of the NBA's preferred glamour franchises. You could argue them and the Lakers obviously
Yeah,
are their favorites.
yeah, they carry the
Um,
banner.
but you do kind of have to do some politicking, there. And then let's be honest, Boston is not the average NBA city either, as far as relations and
Yeah,
people.
it's a different city. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but you get there though.
yeah.
But you get there though. So
Yep.
you accomplish a lifelong dream.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Ainge is the GM,
Yep.
at the time. I remember watching, it was some type of reality show where he would have you and who was the other rookie that they had
I
at the
think it was
time?
J.R. Giddens maybe from
Yeah,
Kansas.
It was
yeah,
Giddings. Yeah,
yeah.
you and Giddings
Well,
was on there.
y'all
Yeah.
would check in with him at times and stuff, even when they sent you to the G League.
Mm-hmm.
But what was that like playing for one of the NBA's glamour franchises, man?
It was dope, man. Just actually, uh, being around KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rondo, Perk, Tony Allen, Leon Poe, Glenn Davis,
Loaded.
Sam Cassell.
Who
I played
needs a
with
head
Stephon
coaching job, by the
Marbury.
way?
I played with
He
Rasheed
does.
Wallace. You feel me? It was a lot of guys, bro, and just the knowledge that I got from them, like the stuff that I got from KG and Paul and Ray and Rondo, just preparation and just the work that goes into being great, man. And, to see them grind every day and then go out there every night and produce is amazing, man. It's amazing, but I was on a vet team. I didn't really get to showcase my stuff, but like every time I did get in, I try to make something happen. So
For
Yeah.
sure.
uh, you
Well, that's
know,
no slight because we know you were dog, but the people you just named. Let's
it's
be
all
real
dog.
though.
These are
Everybody
Hall
in
of
that league.
Famers, bro.
One thing
These
y'all gotta
Hall of Famers.
understand. One thing y'all gotta understand, bro. Everybody in that league is a dog, man. That's what
Mm-hmm.
people
For
get
sure.
confused. People get it confused and say, "Oh, well, he." A perfect example, Brian Scalabrine. You know how many times I heard folks talking crazy to Brian
Yeah.
Scalabrine? Do y'all
Dude
not
was a
know this man?
dog.
Do you not know this man will dunk the shit out of you?
Dude was
Big
a dog.
Red.
Will dot your ass?
Yeah.
Will
I just
piece you up? Like for real?
I just seen a
Yeah.
video of him in the gym and some guys was talking crazy to him. He just
He,
went on. He
yeah.
went nuts.
But you got to sit back and look like, okay, if you know, everybody's skilled, bro. Everybody's
Yeah.
skilled. It's just opportunity. Can you get out? This is what it is. I'm gonna give you the secret. On a team, you got guys that can go out there and they can play freely. They can play through mistakes. Uh, they don't have to look over their shoulder when they hear that beep. All right, they ain't got to look over their shoulder. That's gonna take your game to a whole nother level. Now
Yep.
imagine I put you out there, and before you get out there, I say, "Don't do this, don't do this." Don't, don't. Like, damn, can I hoop? You gotta
For
Yeah.
real.
understand
Yeah.
if you're not that guy, you get out there, shit can start going wrong. But it may not necessarily be you, but you out there. You the first person they're gonna take off. Well, okay, let them. They gonna let them rock. Like that's the difference between these dudes being superstars and role players, right? Your role
Mm-hmm.
players don't have the leash to go out there and play free, and your stars do.
Yeah. I've seen that in a lot of cases, man, and
Yeah,
even somebody else that played in Boston and Sebastian Telfair. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people
yeah.
want to call him a bust, but it's like if you really dig deep and you look at his highlights in the league, like, bro, he did the same thing he did
Stop,
in Coney Island, to be
stop. He
honest. But
can't be a
For
bust.
sure.
Like people say Kwame Brown a bust. Are
no,
y'all
you can't
serious?
be a bust and play that long in the league,
First
bro.
of all,
Uh,
first of all, you don't go number one without having something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's just stop disrespecting him. Two, you got to understand he playing with OGs, with Mike Jordan, Oak, all these dudes. Them dudes is hardcore nuts, bro. Like y'all don't understand. They not building nobody up. These
Nope.
some old school dudes. They don't, bro. They gonna try to kill your confidence or whatever. They ain't building nobody up. You think Jordan there babying somebody, fool? Nah.
We
nope.
seen that on Last
This
Dance.
is
He
Michael
was he was
Jordan,
tearing
fool.
it. He was torching
Yeah.
everybody.
So imagine you 18, and you going into a place where it should be more nurturing for you, but you with the GOAT. He ain't got time to wait. He needs you to
Mhm.
produce day one. You ain't ready.
I've
See what I'm
always
saying?
defended Kwame though on that tip because what he played 10, 11
Bro,
years in
you
the
don't
league,
play
like
10, 11
that's
years.
Yeah, you
that's
don't
not
play
a
Uh,
10,
bust.
11.
He may
that's
not have been what
but you
you
got
thought, but
dudes
like you said,
you
there were
got
other
dudes like
factors.
Stephen A out here just saying anything to another dude, like another brother, like he like to say, another brother. You saying that to another brother, trying to get his paper, trying to get his mail, and here you are on TV acting up.
But
You
you
know
know
what I'm saying?
what?
Dragging them through the water.
That's when I became a Kwame Brown fan, though. Honestly, when he snapped back at Stephen A. and Gilbert Arenas, and
Yeah,
I, and
because
I saw
enough
a
is
different
Yeah,
enough.
side of Kwame.
Enough
That
is
I'm
enough.
sorry, that was funny. It was dysfunctional, but it was
It's
funny.
yeah.
dysfunctional.
That's really what it was. That's really
Even
what
him
messed
and Shannon
everybody up.
Sharp.
Was
It,
it
I
took
didn't
him
know he
just
was that real, bro.
yeah.
I didn't know he was that real.
it gets thick, man. It's tough, bro. We talking about the NBA, bro. Man, it's the top 1%, bro. I mean, y'all don't understand how fast this game is moving, how skilled these people are, bro.
Yeah,
This anybody out there can get hot, like, and it don't take much. You just take, ooh, that felt good. It ain't got to go in, but they get that. You dealing with psychos, man. So playing with Ticket and Ray and Paul, like, and they. What amazed me about Paul is he's talking crazy every day, all day, every game.
the truth.
The
The
truth,
truth.
the
I think
All
truth,
the
clear.
thing, and then I was gonna say, you said the speed is different. I
different.
think the person that really told me about the speed was like Mike, because he went to like a tryout one time,
It's
and
different,
Mike was saying, "Hey, when I tell you that speed different, it's
different,
different. It's
different.
and it ain't if you got to be really gifted, like we watching Luca now, him
Yeah.
slowing everything down.
But you got to
That's
understand,
crazy.
it looks slow to you. He just going a little
Yeah,
bit.
he
He's
did.
speeding. He going fast, and him slowing down just that little bit, right? Imagine how fast the players he's guarding moving. Just him
Yeah,
slowing down a little bit,
yeah,
it just messes up the rhythm of everything. Everything is a beat. Like basketball is a rhythm game. It's a musical game, dog.
Yeah,
for
So
sure.
when you can get the beat on somebody dribbling, like I picked that up from Rondo. Like he would pick people just counting the beats of they dribble. He gonna go and attack that ball as it releases from your hand, right? He counting your
Hmm.
beats of your dribble. Your jabs that, like, people got to get in rhythm. You watch Melo, you watch all these great scorers. Everything is rhythm.
Hmm.
Like
For
that's
sure.
the game. So when you got a guy like Luca who got the size to nudge you off, get to a
Yep.
spot, shoot over you, and he can handle the rock, he ain't got to do too much. He can speed you up
Uh-huh.
and just stop. And that's what you
Yep.
see.
Yep.
yeah.
He's speeding folks up
I got
on
one fan
defense
question for you.
for sure.
How much of a genius is Rajon Rondo?
Oh, he a wizard, bro. He a wizard, man. I didn't caught so many lobs from him. Just look, I come in the game. Look, you wanna get a dunk? All right, look, do this. This motherfucker right here, he gonna hedge out. He gonna try to deny the ball. Just go back door. He seated. All right, cool. All right, cool. We run the play just like that. Boom. I come out. Hey,
Damn.
back door. He put that joint perfect. The man passing was just immaculate, bro. And the way he processes and sees the game, man. It's not a lot of guys that can do that. That can control a game without actually having to score. You know what I mean?
So I'm making this into a teaser clip because you're right, and that's one of the things that I loved about Rondo is he was one of the last what I call true
True.
point guards, or the way
Sure.
we watch lead guards play. back in the day as far as being a facilitator first.
That,
And like you
that
said, he
that's
can
the
control
correct
the game.
terminology. He's a lead guard. Like
Yeah.
that's the correct terminology.
He
There's
can
no more
control the
point
game
guard and
without
shooting guard.
scoring
Yeah.
points,
So
man. Like
he's a lead guard
watch
I've
games
not
and he'd score
outside.
like 8, 9 points, but he was the best player on the court.
for
Like
sure.
He had 11 assists with that 8 or 9 points.
Yeah,
right.
and he had 8 or
Had
9 rebounds,
5 steals,
4, 5
about
steals.
9 rebounds,
He
to
sneak
go
in a
with it.
block somewhere. Like he filled the whole stat sheet.
Yeah.
And
And he controlled the pace of the game, like you
Yep.
said. So, my Los Angeles Lakers are rumored to be infatuated with JJ Redick for whatever reason, but I did hear a rumor that Rajon Rondo is part of their thinking also. So I don't know,
yeah,
but that would be awesome.
they
I
need
saw
some
another.
they need some new blood in there. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's the guy to do it, but shit, why not give him a chance?
Yeah. Well,
I'd
it's,
rather
Got
it
to
be
try.
somebody. I'd rather it be somebody that's actually put the jersey on and played and actually had experience out there than somebody from the back who ain't never put shoes on and got out there on the court. Because you got a lot of these guys that
But we
are
had Darvin Ham. They had Darvin Ham.
exactly. He hooped too. You see what I'm saying? But you rather it be somebody that got the experience that know what it feels like to be out there. It's one thing for me to coach you, but how much can I coach you if I don't know what it feels like to get hit on the screen.
Yeah. It's
I don't
true.
know what
yeah,
it feels like to be playing my fourth game in 5 days or 6 days or seven. You don't know that. Have you done that?
right.
So
So let me ask you this question. The Alb's probably going to ask you this. Do you think that they are intimidated due to the fact that they have LeBron James to go after certain coaches?
yeah, for sure.
So
For
is he
sure.
a coach killer?
No, I wouldn't say a coach killer, but listen, man, when you chasing ghosts like he is, you don't got time for no mediocre situations,
It's
man.
true.
Because like
It's win now.
let's be truthful, man. He ain't chasing nobody but 2, 3,
Yeah, that's true.
and when you chasing ghosts, you can't. His stuff is already etched in stone. You trying to compare and go over. So he's a dominant person though, man. You got to understand, like, man, been running shit since 2003, bro. He deserved that.
True.
Well, I gotta ask you, brother Bill, though, because you made a statement. We're gonna detour a little bit.
Hmm.
So obviously you wanted the people to believe he's not chasing anybody but Black Cat right
Yeah,
now. I got to throw another name out there and just get your opinion because, in my opinion, and I know I'm a little bit biased when it comes to this, I'm one of those people like Shaq and other people have said where it's like, look,
oh,
I believe
Bean.
that Mamba belongs in the conversation at least. He don't have to be your goat, but it's like I just feel like a lot of people are removing him
Yeah.
preemptively from the
Cause they,
discussion.
cause they ain't never played against him. They ain't
That's
never
the
lined
problem.
up. A lot of these dudes be talking, and y'all ain't never been out there. Y'all ain't never seen a John Wall off the rebound flying. Y'all don't know what that looked like. Y'all don't know what Kobe out here hissing like a snake to get the ball. Y'all don't know what that's like. Like, bro, y'all don't know what that's like. And Cole was so nasty with his shit, man. He'll bow y'all in your neck and your chin. He with the shit, man. Like Cole was, bro. And you better not say nothing because I'm on your head. Like he was
Yeah,
with that. He wasn't ducking no smoke. Like I respect. You got to respect that.
Yeah,
And if Mike is the original, Kobe is the remix, right?
yep. That's what Jalen Rose always said.
He 5 rings. He's up there in that GOAT discussion. But
for sure.
to me, I can't say you can't go by 1, 2. You can't have that list. You got to go by the eras, bro, because these dudes do not play against each other. You can only compare who played against each other. You can't say LeBron would have did this to you. How would we know?
Right.
Only thing you can control is the time and the era that you're in. And in the era that we in, him and Cole is sitting on the mantle, bro. That's just
Yeah,
Yeah.
that. He's still running. You feel what I mean?
yeah,
So the era before you had Jordan. He 6. That's that. The era before that was Bird and Magic. You understand what I'm saying? You had Isaiah in there. Like the game is the game, bro. There's you can't compare people that never played against each other because people talk about Kyrie and disregard Isaiah Thomas.
mm-hmm.
Man, man.
True.
Like y'all so caught up with y'all don't do history. Y'all don't respect history. We talking about Zeke, bro. Like took down the Lakers and the
And the
Thieves.
Celtics. And the
What y'all
Celtics.
talking about? who got the best handle? Have y'all seen Isaiah Thomas?
Yes, yeah. I posted content of him doing
Man,
that, bro.
Yeah,
you
man.
got these
It's
dudes. We
different.
done. We done with the '90s. Come on, cuz.
Yeah, I
Mike
think the
Peake
one
just
I
getting out of he
posted,
getting out of hand. That's
the
all.
one
Mike
I
Peake getting out of
posted
hand. You
was
remember Mike Peake?
Yeah,
Mike
yeah,
Peake
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
I
Yeah,
told
he
Pete. I
crazy as
said,
all
Mike.
get.
I said once I seen it was him.
Yeah.
Once I seen this Mike, I said, oh man. I followed him anyway. I love it, bro. I love
Shout out to
it.
Mike,
You a
man. He
fool.
crazy. He's still
Mike the
crazy,
fool.
Mike.
That was
Still crazy.
I
oh,
swear. Once I saw it was Mike Peake, bro, I looked, bro. I said, "Oh man, it's not you, dog. We done with the night." I'm like, I can't, bro. I can't.
but we talked about this, brother Bill, like off the record. Part of it is because we live in this microwave society where if
Yeah,
it
man,
didn't
it's bad.
happen 2 minutes ago, it's irrelevant all of a sudden,
Yeah, it's
and
bad,
and
bro.
that's why I
Social
make a
media,
point
bro.
on this platform to bring in the legends and the people that I respect and have those conversations and stuff. You
For
can
sure.
appreciate today's game, but you don't have to denigrate or talk down on
On the
previous
past,
generations, man.
I
For
say the
sure.
same thing because people, you think Wilt Chamberlain wouldn't be dominating today, 7-1, doing what he was doing? You don't think y'all think y'all could hold that? Y'all can't. Y'all, bro, come on, man. I don't like getting into it because people don't use common sense. I mean, a goat is a goat. Whether he in the 50s, 60s, it don't matter. He was gonna stand out. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Imagine if imagine if he had the moves and everything like Kareem.
Imagine if they had shoes.
Yeah, that's true.
But let's talk real. Motherfuckers playing in Chuck
It was
Taylors,
a
bro.
Chucks. I
What are
forgot
you
about
talking
that.
about? Imagine if he had the shoes that we hooping in today. Boy, feet would have
Right.
been feeling. Ooh, wee, y'all been in
But
trouble.
yeah, and we talk about that all the time on here. Like even in other sports like football, like when the great Jim Brown died, like I was trying to tell people, I'm like, look, y'all love King Henry and some of these modern people like Adrian Peterson. Like a
Nah,
goat is a goat, like you said.
what is
Jim
a
Brown
goat?
would have been doing the same thing today that he did back then.
He was hurting,
Maybe even worse because of spread offenses and stuff
bro.
now.
Him, Earl Campbell. Uh, whoa, woo.
Yeah,
Them,
it
you
got
gotta
nasty.
understand, they was in an era where they was getting cracked, man. Like, and
Yeah, it
just the
wasn't as
things that
spread out
he
as it
did
is
off the
now.
Imagine
ball.
Barry right now.
You know
Oh
what?
man, you put him in spread
What?
offense.
Oh my God.
Today it would be crazy because I remember watching Barry Sanders and just everybody just in awe, like, yo, this shit
Did
is
you or did you not use him on all the
every
games?
come on now. That's like Mike
Every
Vick.
game.
We did the same thing with Mike
He
Vick.
had a 99 on every game.
Jukes, speed, spins. Come on, man. Well, yeah. Why you getting the Lions? I got something for you. We
Yeah,
finna
it's
run
All
this
gonna get
right.
joint
ready
50
to
times.
happen.
You know what I'm saying? But but the thing is, with the history aspect, bro, you really got to acknowledge and you got to show love, man, because without those dudes sacrificing and doing what they did, breaking barriers and putting the game where it's at today, none of this would be possible, man. So to disrespect those guys is disrespecting yourself, man, for real. Like I tried to mold my game after Dominique Wilkins, bro,
The human
and
highlight film.
that's all I would watch, bro. That's all I would watch. I don't know
Bro,
why.
you had
Dominique, but
the most disrespectful dunk. It was so bad. I don't even think you realized, but everybody was like in the gym, like, damn. We was at the open. We was at UC.
oh
You
yeah,
dunked
yeah,
it so hard, the rim was still shaking for like three
yeah.
possessions, bro.
I
I
caught a
don't
lot.
even think you realized it was
I
it was
caught a lot
still
of
rocking.
bodies. I caught a lot of bodies. My most craziest one though. We was in North Carolina, bro. John Wall and them. They
Was this
had a
AAU
tournament down
days?
there. Yeah, and man, I was on a fast break with O. We was on a 2-on-1. I'm on the left side. He kind of like faked the pass and then kind of like he threw it weird as hell. It kind of bounced in front of me. I caught it. I took 2 steps and I went to windmill. But as I'm in the air, I just turned backwards. So I'm windmilling and doing a reverse at the same time. This fool jumps.
Oh Jesus!
So when he jumps, I'm windmilling. I get hit as I'm turning. Man, that shit looks crazy. I finish it. Yam! I hang on the rim, bro. The ref, like, yeah, I'm out of here. This shit's over. Like for real, bro. And OJ used to set folks up, man. He used to come down and look like he about to shoot a layup and just to throw it off the
Turn
glass.
it over. Yep.
He used
That
to
was his
sit
thing.
there
That was
with
what I
folks up.
realized. I was like, OJ can get a body anytime he wants because
Oh,
he just go
he
turn the
just playing
ball
with
over.
folks because people thought
Because
he
he used to be
couldn't
playing
jam.
around with layups and then be like,
Hmm.
oh, he about to lay it up, and then somebody
Yeah,
jump. Oh, you didn't jump. Now let me turn this over
yeah,
so
yeah.
it look bad.
He caught some helmets too because people used
Yeah,
to play
man.
him like he was soft, like because he a pretty boy. You know what I mean? He do what he do. He got his ways. They used to think he was soft, bro. They used to try to.
I
I
remember
used to
I
tell
remember
folks,
old
man,
school
stop
Byron
talking
at
to that
Xavier.
man. Stop talking
Byron
to that
said it.
man.
I remember Byron. Man, I was at Xavier and we was hooping. It was like over the summer, and Byron said, "Hey, yo, he's gonna be the problem out of everybody in this next situation that's getting ready to happen." So I
So
was like, "Yeah, I listen to old school. Shout out to Byron, man. I listen to
For
Byron
sure.
all the time."
I got a juice question before we transition to your time with New York.
Hmm.
So obviously you played with all these players we just named, man. True dogs, like you said, top 1% make it to, the
Yeah.
top of the pyramid, man. Get
Hmm.
smaller as you go up, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, Juice, there was a legendary moment, and I'm sure you were in contact with him. I think it was at Adidas ABCD camp
ABCD camp. I already know where you're going.
where
Him and Lance.
my boy Born Ready crashed the
I
party.
told Cuz it wasn't even Lance. It was his daddy and them. The thing about Juice, he gonna play, but if he feel like it ain't a challenge, he just gonna get 20, 25. He ain't really tripping. He ain't gonna run him up. He ain't gonna embarrass you. He'll play it cool. I ain't on that. We lining up for this game today, and it's just like out of all, because it's a camp, it's open, but it don't be crowds like that. But we
Yeah.
No.
playing on the corner, so there's like bleachers, and man, it's full. We like, yo, what the
Was this
fuck
still in
going
Chicago
on?
then?
Nah, this was in Jersey, Hackensack. So
Oh, y'all went to
Lance and all his
Hackensack?
people come from New York.
Oh
They
man.
talking
Yeah.
they talking crazy.
You know they
He born
disrespectful up
ready.
there, bro.
Lance born ready. I'm like, yo, we ain't even heard of Lance because
Nope.
he younger than us. We don't play against Lance, right?
What was
So
he
we
a
like,
was he a ninth grader when y'all was
He
bro,
might
he
have
was
been an
our junior
eighth.
he
year?
was young, bro.
He might have been an eighth, I think, at
He
that
was a
time, bro.
dog though. Like you gotta
Yeah,
understand,
he
he
was
was a
cold though.
dog,
He
bro. He
was
was a
live.
dog. So what they did was they threw him in a kennel with other dogs. See what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? He was born, he was ready for the challenge, but you
Yeah.
gotta understand, this ain't your time yet. He got a few buckets, real shit. He got a few buckets, and that crowd start talking crazy. I just seen this man. Oh look, I seen
Like,
it. I
oh,
already
you
seen
got a
it.
crowd in here.
Oh what? I seen that look like. Oh wow. I said yeah. I just move, bruh. Brought
Yeah,
out
he
that
brought the
belt.
dog. He brought the dog out of juice
He brought
that
out
day,
that belt,
man.
and he went to work. But it's all respect. If he didn't respect Lance, he wouldn't have went at him.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So we all know, like we know we in the dog kennel. We prize fighting, man. We know they want to see the matchups. They want to see how
So
you
y'all
gonna
was
do
court
this.
one that day.
Yeah, we was
Because
always
I
court.
know with the ABCD camp they
Listen,
do
we
one,
was
two, three, four, and
always
five.
court one
Yeah.
by the bleachers
Yeah.
every time.
By
That's
the
where all the
bleachers,
coaches
yep.
would sit. They always had us over there. We would play. It was crazy. But like our era of hoop, like you gotta understand, we had Greg Oden before he,
Mm-hmm.
he got hurt. People don't understand how much of a monster bro was.
Yeah,
Mike
Y'all had
Conley,
Quan too, didn't y'all? Daquan
bro.
Mike
We
Cook was
played
with y'all
Conley.
against.
too, wasn't
Listen, we played against DeQuan Cook, Eric Gordon, Mike Conley. Uh, what's
he? Yeah,
the
because they was a team out of Indiana.
Yep, Speece. I'm trying to my man Josh McRoberts.
I
Y'all
remember
remember
Mick
him?
Roberts. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
Mm-hmm.
yo,
Slinky that
Mm-hmm.
played for
white boy,
Memphis.
and
Yep.
dunked the shit out of you.
No,
And,
I
and
mean the
Big
one to Duke.
Greg.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
went
he
to
went to
Duke.
Duke.
Yep.
Yeah, he went to Duke. So, bro, we playing against them. Like we can't play against nobody else. Like they putting the best of the best versus the best of the best, and that's just we was used to that. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I'm glad you painted that picture though, because I want the audience and people to understand when Lance showed up with his New York people, and especially back then, like you said, the talking and
Oh, it was
how it
deep.
was. There was just a different level of competition and
Yeah, New York talk
competitive spirit.
crazy anyway. They talking
That's how it
spicy.
was when we went to Chicago for ABCD. It was
Same
crazy in
thing.
Chicago.
It's
New York travel. They travel.
Yeah,
If they got a dog, they go
they going.
travel.
They gonna
They
support.
go be
Think
there.
yeah, for sure.
It was
And they talking
crazy.
crazy. And they gonna have they repping. They talking crazy. You notice them. They
They
from New
talking
York.
crazy with the Yankee fitted song.
They talking crazy. His dad, but Lance's dad, we met Lance and his family after that, man. Everything was cool. It was all love. It was just respect. He was like we was when we was young. Like I remember playing against Gerald Green before he went to the draft, and I went at him. You know what I'm saying? He went at
Yeah,
me. And he come to find out like, yo, y'all, what grade y'all in? Like, oh, bro, we playing up. We want to play
yeah,
you. You know what I'm saying? So he like,
That's nuts.
y'all niggas serious. Like, yo, you. So we understood it, like, cause we was doing the same thing. We was chasing,
Yeah,
fighting, and trying to earn our name, bro. And he did that. He put himself on the map. After that, yeah, he put himself on the map.
for sure. Who was the
So
best person at ABCD camp you ever seen?
The best that I ever seen, OJ.
Mm.
keep it
You going
simple.
with your
Nah,
ride or
nah,
die.
it
I
is.
understand.
I'm just gonna tell. I didn't seen the man demolish too many people to go and say anybody else. Uh, I mean, like I've seen too many movies, bro. I done seen too many clips, man. Y'all not understanding. I seen the man to run 20 off quick, like back to back to
Yeah,
back to back to back, just a burst of scoring, bro. Like I ain't seen nobody like that, man. Dudes
yeah,
ain't like that.
So you and Juice both in the league. You had a couple years with Boston, and
Hmm.
then you get to go to my other favorite team, the New York Knickerbockers,
Yeah, for
and you get
sure.
to play in Madison Square Garden. Don't make
Yeah,
that
that was
funny,
crazy.
Nate.
That's
The
crazy, man.
world's most famous arena. You know what
World
it is.
it is.
famous,
It
being able to
is.
share the court with,
I ain't even gonna lie.
you know.
I wanted our Celtics to play y'all in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I wanted it too. Now I wish Julius Randle was
They was tough.
healthy, but
They was tough. They was tough. New
so
York.
what was it like, man, playing in the Garden?
Oh man, it was a dream come true, man. Actually at that time too, being able to go out there and actually had the freedom to play and show what
Yeah,
I had. You know what I'm saying? That for me was like that let me know, like I belong up this motherfucker. I can do this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I actually got the opportunity to go out there. I was doing my thing, and it just so happened that my luck is that I played behind two Hall of Fame small forwards, man. It's just the luck of the luck of the draw. I'm behind two Hall of Fame small forwards. You know what I'm saying? So,
So what was it like playing with Melo in the game that he probably gave you on and off the court?
oh man, Melo get a lot of bad rap. Uh, he gets a lot of bad rap, but dude's a solid dude, man. He's a man. I it's tough because he got a lot of blame for stuff that wasn't his fault, man. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Just the construction of the team and how things went, and I think management not putting together the correct pieces around him to benefit his play style. Because him and Amari they play two different ways. Amari's more of a he plays in that free system, and Melo has to isolate. And it's just his game, But
Yeah.
we couldn't mesh it to where it worked
why didn't they put
seamlessly
the triangle or something on that, man?
because like the triangle now in the league with how the game is played, you're not gonna be able to score enough. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to shoot and you need to make threes in the game today, bro.
But
Is it
they
is it
used you
that
for that. They
is it
used you for that though.
hold on, Nate. Is it that Bill or is it a combination of cats not wanting to play in a structured system no more like that?
That was a good
Well,
question.
a lot of it is some of these dudes don't got basketball knowledge. I mean, I've played with professionals that don't know where the elbow is at.
You
Don't know what a
lying. You
don't know what a
lying.
don't know what an L cut is.
Man.
Wait, you learned that? Never mind. I'm gonna be quiet.
See,
I'm gonna
but
be quiet.
most people learn that. It depends on how you're brought up in this game. See,
Yeah.
how I learned the game from the ground up, having to work on triple threat passing. Actually, I was taught the game. Some of these dudes are just talented and they just roll the balls out. They just teach them how to score. But
It's
I
true.
play with people that don't know terminology, man. Don't know what a hedge is, a slip, a fade. Like it's tough. And
And you make
Oh
it
now
to
my
the league
god.
that way.
it made it to the. So imagine how gifted they are. If they don't know any basketball terminology, but they know how to put that joint in the cup.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
That's
you talking about
crazy.
extraordinarily talented people,
But
man.
Bill, I would at least think even if you're that talented,
Mm-hmm.
you're surrounded by a coaching staff that's going to teach you these simple things just on the slide. It ain't
Okay.
even got to be in the game plan and none of that.
How many of these dudes that come from these environments that lack proper formal education, just literally in a classroom, forget just hooping. How many of these dudes do you think got learning disabilities? Let's
Oh
just be
yeah, I
real.
forgot the IEP was an extreme
You see
thing
what I'm
for sports.
saying? We
Yeah,
acting like a lot of us didn't come from an era where it was a lot of usage going on. A lot of these people come from some bad environments, bro.
yeah,
So
What he say on Drumline? A lot of people can't read the sign and say toilet. Don't mean they don't know how to use it.
you
that's
see what I'm
true.
saying?
That's correct. Yeah,
So
that's real.
some of these dudes made it out of extreme situations and just off the strength of they sheer will and determination, man. Some people can't. You can draw up a play and get out of the huddle, and that person don't know the play.
Mm.
Like it leaves them that quick. So
I was gonna drop a name, but I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah,
nah,
you
don't
about to
drop no
say
names.
Jr.
I
Don't
was
drop
gonna
no
drop a
names
name.
because
Yeah, I'm gonna be quiet.
I ain't
Be
finna say yeah or
quiet.
nay. Uh, but the game now is just more read and react, right? So there's not necessarily play calls.
Yeah,
It's just getting people in situations and in actions. So now they'll call a play to get the ball to somebody for a score, but most of all, you just see him pick and roll now. It's not a lot of scheming and stuff going on in the game now. Until you
that's
need a
true.
bucket, that's when they gonna call
That's
them
true.
timeouts and throw them plays at you and stuff like that. But other than that, it's just your natural offense or the looks that you want to get. They just run their system.
And Bill, you was right because I went back. I was familiar with the vast majority of your career, but I
Mhm.
always like to be prepared and go back and look when we have somebody on here. Then you go to Miami in 2015. Man, you played with a lot of Hall of Famers that played the same positions
Yeah,
as
for
you,
sure,
man.
for sure.
Luck of the draw can be good or bad. And you play with D Wade
Yeah, but
in Miami.
I feel like all that's preparing me for what's next for me for when I get into coaching and the training aspect of it. So all of that
Yeah.
stuff's gonna work in my favor. Just being able to soak up all that game from those dudes. You know what I'm saying? And like I play with some greats. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not ashamed to say that. Shit, I wasn't Dwayne Wade. I wasn't Carmelo. I was. There's not a lot of dudes that are, bro.
That's not a
No,
slight.
not at
Not
all.
a slight to me. That's I'm giving them day flowers. These
Yeah,
dudes is like
So after that, though,
yeah.
and this is how much of a true hooper you are. Not everybody's able to make that transition overseas, whether they do that directly from
Hmm.
college or after they spend some time in the league. Man, you played in the Croatia league, which I don't know if people understand like how
Oh, they tough
competitive
there. They
yeah,
tough.
that is,
big time.
and that's
Yeah.
produced people like Tony
Serve.
Kukoc that came
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
there.
You got the
You
serve.
actually won the cup over there.
Yeah, we did. It's tough. It's a tough league. You know what I'm saying? A lot of talented players over there. But the difference between them and our game is that we are leading with athleticism.
Hmm.
They're leading with fundamentals
Mm.
because they can't rely on I can just out jump you or run faster than you. They know that athletic wise, y'all don't compare. So
Luke is proof of this, right?
they go the fundamental route. But listen, this is the advantage they got. If they can identify you at 12 years old, look, he looked like he gonna be a pro. Come on over here to this pro team. How much
Mm.
better you gonna get? If you can work out, imagine we in America, we find a 12-year-old that looked like he gonna be pretty good. Imagine if he got to go and play with the Heat and train with them from 12 to 18. How advanced do you think he would be in basketball?
Yeah,
Like them rumors of that Mamba tearing up Philadelphia 76ers while he was at Lower
He
Merion
was.
High School.
yeah.
Now, listen. Now they're gonna steal my idea, and y'all heard it here first. Okay, the NBA gonna steal my idea, but they can do that. They got 32 teams, whatever, 32 cities. They can do that. They can
Hmm.
say, listen, we can assign one of our staff. We're gonna pick the 10 top guys in this region and bring them in here to a basketball school. Y'all want to further the game, right? Y'all want to up the game. That's what you do right there. Nutrition, dieting, right? Establishing the fundamentals, the work ethic, everything you're gonna need to be a pro. Teach them how to be a pro, just like they're doing in Europe.
Yeah.
So when this kid is available to be drafted, he's ready.
Well, let me ask you.
Go ahead. My
Let me
bad.
ask you this, brother Bill, because something that I've thought about historically with the difference between European players, even when they transition in the league,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that over there, because of the lack of athleticism and having to teach fundamentals, they were kind of the first to come with, I guess, what we would call positionless basketball now.
Yeah,
Because you look at certain players, even the big guys, like the first ones that came over, like Vladi and
they can
Arvydas
move, they can
Sabonis,
pass,
they
they
can
do
move, they can
everything.
pass. Yeah,
Yeah,
everything. Dirk,
Sabonis.
versus where it used to be here, like, oh, he's tall, we're gonna throw him in a post and
yeah.
make him a center or a power forward or this. Like they teach them the fundamentals of everything. That's why you get six
But
eleven people like Tony
you got to
Kukoc.
understand that all the American big men that could have possibly been beastie, they playing left tackle.
That's true. You ain't lying. The
You want
Bengals
to know
just drafted one. The
where all
Bengals
the
just
big
drafted a
men
former
went? Where all the
basketball
big men
player.
went? They out here playing left tackle.
They was
They
talking about
playing
that
Daytona.
even in boxing. They were saying like the heavyweight division when it had that law, they were saying,
Yeah,
oh,
why?
he's
Why?
playing defensive end for Nick Saban right now.
For sure. Why would they go in the boxing ring when they can go over here? Like it is what it is. People are
Yeah,
finding different routes. Like you know, the game is positionless because you have to be skilled now. The game has changed. So
yeah,
it's not the 90s, you know, where it was a slower pace and it was more post play because you had all the big men. You had Alonzo, Ewing, O'Neal, Larry
the
Johnson,
green.
Barkley. You had bigs, and
Yeah,
it was a more physical game. Now you can't touch anybody. I
Mm-mm.
mean,
mm,
literally, if you're playing defense and you extend and touch that offensive, they can call a foul every time you do that. How
what
are
they
you
call
supposed
it,
to guard
freedom
these
of
dudes?
movement.
How are you supposed to guard these dudes?
They don't
You
want
telling
that,
me
bro.
that you can't touch Kyrie and he get to dance? Of course he. What you think he finna do? You can't bump him. Nothing. The game, the physicality of the game, it has went to the toilet, man, because they want
Yeah,
more
Yeah,
scoring.
they wanted the
Because
numbers up. They definitely
yeah,
wanted the
but
numbers
that
up.
don't necessarily mean it's better.
but
Yeah,
they
it's
did the
true.
same thing in my sport too, though, because you can't play defense in the NFL anymore either.
Can't hit nothing.
Ain't
And I'm
head.
waiting to
Yeah.
see how this hip drop tackle thing works that they
It's going.
implemented
I don't think it.
this
Like
year.
Big John said, I don't think it's go. I give it a season.
Yeah, it's gonna be one and done.
You got to understand that we sign up with we know the dangers of the sport. Like we know, like, all right, I sign up to hoop. I know I could possibly go out there and get hurt at any time. I could be at practice. I could fuck my shit up in practice. You sign that contract, you know, like going out on that football field, I might not be able to walk off this jump. You know this though. Nobody's forcing you to do this. They're not.
Been saying it for the longest.
So we're gonna play the
Al,
game.
you
How the game
said
is
it.
like.
Al, you definitely said it. You
I
You
said
said
feel
it a
me?
after
while ago.
Nobody
the
out
age
there.
of high school, because
Yeah,
there might be some parents that be like, "Oh, you're going to do this. We need you to have an extracurricular activity." But once you get to college, everybody's out there by choice, and you know
every
the risk.
everybody want this. This ain't these the best of the best. Everybody want this. You
Yeah,
know. So changing the game and we want to make it safer. How can you make a game safer, bruh? When people are colliding with each other, bruh? I can see leading with your head and all of that. All right, I get that. You know the dangers of the CTE. You know that. You know
yeah.
that. So if it was that big of a deal, then why y'all playing? Why y'all keep going out there playing?
Like that coach for the Cowboys, you say, there are other jobs. They just don't pay as well. You don't
They
have
just
to
don't
do this.
so you know the risk.
You ain't getting that dollar. You're not getting that
All
dollar.
those men, they know the risk. Just like boxing, right?
Yeah.
You know the risk. You sign up for this, you get in that ring, you might die, bro. I just you know that. That's why
Oh,
you
and
don't play boxing. You feel me?
perfect segue because I want to slip this in here, even though this is Sir Bill's episode. So the Bronze Bomber, former heavyweight champion of the world, lost over the weekend, and there have been a lot of jokes and memes and everything, as you would expect. Now I want to point this out because when Adrian Broner, another Cincinnati cat, brought up the fact that black folk in our
It's
community don't
us.
stand behind
Let's
our
just be
fighters
real. It's
the
us.
way other
It is us.
nationalities
Yeah,
do. This
it's
is a
us.
prime example right
It's
here.
us. It's us.
Yeah. I mean, the man walked into a gym at 19 years old. Imagine
It's,
somebody in your game, Bill,
it's,
walking into a basketball gym at 19 years old,
it's impossible.
Impossible.
right?
So
For sure.
for him to even be who he is, it's impossible.
Yeah, to
Now,
win a bronze medal in the
when you
Olympics,
understand what he did it for,
Yeah.
that too.
That's what's mind blowing to me. Everybody ignores the fact why that young man got in the ring.
listen,
He has a
this is
mentally disabled
this
child,
is the
and
this
he's
is the
doing
problem.
what he got to do to provide for this child.
This is the problem with our community, right? Being a man, right, is handling your responsibilities and going out and providing and doing the best you can to provide for you and yours, right? I would not look at a man. I don't care what job that man worked. That's a man. He working. He's providing for his family. He ain't out here taking from you. He trying to earn it the right way. That's commendable. That's respectable. Our culture, we look at that as we go look at somebody at McDonald's. I'm not. That's not me. But our culture, they make fun of these dudes. Oh, he work at
Yeah.
McDonald's. Or he do this. Or he do that. But y'all glamorize the thug bullshit. I hate to sound like this, but I yeah. When you've never been around, like I lost my cousin and my best friend May 22nd, 2005. I would have died too if I wasn't at a basketball tournament, right? Um, when you come from extreme violence and you see this shit, it ain't nothing to glorify.
Right.
That shit ain't nothing. It ain't nothing to glorify hearing a mother scream knowing that her child is dead on the fucking ground. There's nothing to glorify. We glorify it. All our top music is this bullshit.
I agree.
This
I
sexy
ain't
red
gonna.
popping ass, rapping, talking about killing, it's all bullcrap, dog.
Yeah.
I hate this. I hate to be cussing like this, but I gotta get this out, bro.
Nah, it's
It's
real.
Go ahead.
it's destroying us, bro. You know how many bright people out here are just dying, bro, because they feel
Yeah.
like they gotta get out here and oh, they want to rock a Marys and all of this shit, man. That shit all this material stuff is garbage, dog.
Yeah.
The homie
It is.
Lantana talked about that here. He said, "Man, we got to have a culture shift." He was like, "We go to the club expecting to have a good time, listening
Can't. I don't
to
even go out,
violent
bro. I don't
Yeah.
even go
and
out.
anti-productive music,
I don't
and then
even go.
you get there and you wonder why people get into altercations." He's like, "Look what
Low
you was just
vibrational
listening to."
music. Low vibrational music. I can't do it, bro. I'm to the point in my life where I'm disgusted by my culture, bro. I can't do it. I don't
Yeah.
want to like as talented as Lil Durk is. I hate to just put him on the burner, but I have to because you're leading this new wave. Like these kids is thinking it's cool to be a killer. They
Yeah.
thinking it's cool to have bodies.
But
They
look at
thinking
his
it's cool.
protege.
They
Look
thinking
look
it's
at his
cool to
protege,
your man's. You feel me?
Pop Smoke gone.
Pop
King
Smoke,
Von.
King
His
Von,
I mean,
protege.
King
all of
Von
these
gone.
dudes. What part of this? Why are you glorifying? You lost your own brother, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Why are you
That doesn't make
I
sense to me.
got a brother in
Bro,
jail
we just
doing
lost a
17
kid that
years.
died. We just lost a kid that died the night he graduated here.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Withrow. Yep.
And what part of this is
My condolences to his family, but it
what
doesn't make
part of
any
this?
sense, bro.
What part
It
of
don't
this
make
is
sense,
cool?
bro.
It sounds
If
cool when you rapping it, but to actually see it, his mom devastated, his family devastated, is that
they'll
cool?
never live the same.
So
They'll never be the
that's what
same.
I'm saying.
But
Like I'm not,
they don't rap about that part.
and I'm not gonna talk about the rapper who leads some of these troll movements or whatever. I'm not gonna mention him by name. Y'all probably understand who I'm talking about or alluded to. But he was one that posted the Deontay Wilder video, and I'm like, look, homie
That man
walked into the gym at 19 years old, won an Olympic bronze medal, and became
say
heavyweight champ of
it
the
to
world
Wilder face.
for 5 years.
Ain't
And that's
nobody gonna
another
say it to
thing
his
that I'm
face.
getting ready to get to because I had people on my timeline posting stuff and saying Wilder's a bum and all this other stuff. You got to be careful talking about somebody in an individual sport like boxing.
Listen, that
Can
man
you
will
hop in the ring with him?
he
Can you
he will
last?
he
Can
You
will
ain't
you
gonna
last
last.
half a round with him?
these folks don't understand. Like they think that this shit easy, bro. Like I'm a highly conditioned athlete, bro. Like to get in the ring and box money, I'm done, bro. You know how hard it is to hold them gloves up?
Man, what? It's just crazy. And the thing is, I made a post. I said it's time for him to hang it up. I want him to
Yeah,
retire.
he did
The
all he can
only
do, man.
reason I
Yeah,
made this post was because I'm concerned for him. I don't want him taking no more
He did
liquor.
all he can do. You got to
But at
understand,
age
this man
38,
fighting heavyweights at 210.
at
Yeah,
age 38,
These folks in here 280.
at age
He
38,
he
after being
clacking
heavyweight
folks.
champ of the world for 5 years,
Come
yeah, it
on,
is
man.
time to hang it up.
Stop it.
yeah,
It's time
yeah.
to hang it
But
up, man.
but
It's all
but
good.
put some respect on his name though for what he
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
accomplished.
put some
Ain't no,
because
and
you do see that
we'll
KO
never take
number though.
that.
You do see
We
that
can't
KO
take
number.
Yeah, that
anything
KO
away.
number,
Yeah. See,
that knockout percentage,
yeah. They like to down you
He's
when you
top
when you
two, bro. He
because
top
they
two.
quick to say all he got is that right hand. But look how many
all
people
he
went
got
to
it. Look
sleep.
how far that
He's
right hand
top
took him.
two. He
Look
top
how
Yeah,
two
far
with
that
that
right hand
percentage.
took him. He don't got
yeah,
no defense. He ain't got no movement. None of that. All he got is belief and faith that he
and a
gonna touch you
country
with
right
his
hand,
hand.
And
He
a
gonna touch
country
you with
right
his hammer.
hand.
country
And,
right hand from
and
Tuscaloosa.
even listen, even AB, bro. Listen, I love AB I love AB, and I wish that things would have been different for AB,
He
right?
does fight this weekend as well.
But we know where AB come from.
Yeah.
It's a
Bruh,
testament. It's a testament. It's a testament. Like I'm
he
dead.
is
It's
a
a
product
testament
of his environment.
that he's alive and he's breathing and he's like,
Straight out of E-Dub.
come on,
One of the
man.
roughest projects
Those
in
those that
Cincinnati.
know, know. Like I seen because people played with him, bro.
Yeah, they
People played
did.
with him. And I seen his press conference the other day. I can see the emotion in him, like he tired, like because people play. People play like y'all don't understand. Like people don't understand like the level of focus that you gotta have, the determination, the faith that you gotta have to make it out of the places that people are making it out of. For him to get to his spot, they talk shit. I want y'all to go to the gym where he training at. Go in there and spar with him. Get him ready for the fight. See if you won't be leaving out of there with
Yeah,
with some
Did
internal
you
bleeding.
did you
Cause
see
it's
this
real.
press conference today?
I did.
Yeah, he
I
talked. He
saw
said,
I
"I'm
saw
I'm
a
not
man.
I'm not
I saw a
here.
man that's
Don't
tired.
play with
I
me."
saw a man that's tired, bro.
Yeah, he's tired. It's
Saw a man
bad.
that's
I
Yeah,
tired.
didn't,
don't
I
play
didn't,
with me.
I
I
didn't
got
see
I
it.
got guys in here that will shoot.
If
I
I
didn't,
point
Stop
at you,
playing with him.
you understand?
I
So
didn't see it. Is he still with Don King?
yeah,
This is last
Don
fight.
back there tired, bro. Don has seen it all. Listen, Don tired of this foolishness,
Yeah,
dog.
Don tired of him.
But he too deep in the streets. You hear me?
Yeah,
Don King,
Don's
like
still in the hole.
yeah,
Don's
Don
Don
still in
King
the
like
too
this.
deep
hole.
This
in
is
the
my
streets.
last fighter with a name I got.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
feel me? So,
Don in the
but
hole. That's it.
he AB got to let the hands go. He got to fight. Like
He definitely does.
that's the thing that I'm like, damn, AB. I don't criticize because, bro, I'm not in there. I know how it
Yeah,
feel to get tired, and them gloves is heavy. But
and I want to give a shout out to Tyson Fury too, because the joke started coming in on him too. This man was the lineal heavyweight champion of the world
mhm,
since he beat Vladimir Klitschko in 2015, and was unbeaten until last month.
yeah,
He
Yeah.
ain't no spring chicken in the sport either till 35. But I thought him and Deontay Wilder brought some juice back to the heavyweight division that hadn't been
They
because
for
there
sure
for
they
did.
stopped
years.
Definitely.
avoiding each other. I mean, come
Yeah,
Yeah,
on,
they
man. Like
definitely stopped avoiding.
we didn't even get the fight we wanted. We didn't even want Fury. We wanted that other boy, and
We
Wilder
wanted
did not.
yeah.
Joshua.
We
We
wanted
definitely
Yeah,
Anthony
wanted
but
Joshua.
when
Joshua
you
and
Hey,
scary, when you
that hey,
scary as hell,
hey Bill,
when you
that's his
scary as
man.
hell,
That's his man.
when you scary as hell, he's scary, bro. I won't say he's scary. The business didn't add up. So,
Nope.
because I'm learning more about the sport of boxing and the commissions and all the business
Yeah,
didn't add up.
his
I get it.
promoter Eddie Hearn is all about
For sure about the
business and
business,
dollars.
as
It's
he
the
should be.
opportunity.
But
It's all about the
you have
opportunity.
you have altered history, bro, because those boys were supposed to get it in.
Yeah.
You got these Saudis with all this money now. If it was me, listen, I'm putting the top four in a tournament. Y'all gotta fight.
Hey, that's the smartest thing I've heard in the last few months. I said, why haven't we put all these top 4 to
Top
5
four.
But
heavyweights?
they did it though back in December when they had all them heavyweights on the same
Oh yeah,
card.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Joshua,
same card. Yeah,
Wilder,
for
all of
sure.
them.
It was too
Wilder
But
late.
that
didn't
wasn't
hold
top
up
It was
four
his
too
though.
end of
late.
It
the.
wasn't top
It was
4.
too late. We wanted to
But
see Klitschko, Fury, your boy Joshua, and Wilder. That's
yeah,
the
Uh-oh.
what happened with Brother Bill?
I hope his phone ain't died.
y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we here. We here. We wanted that. We wanted that. We wanted that
You hear
fight
me?
really. We wanted
yeah,
those
we
fights
can hear you.
really bad. Really bad. And the thing is, we go till Bill get his thing going. Like the thing is,
Yeah,
Yeah. All
we
right.
had 4 heavyweights that were at the top of their game at the time But you know what got in? I always say this: promotion gets in the way of these fights happening because they're always thinking about the dollar. And
Yeah.
these fighters want to fight, but it never happens.
Eddie Hearn, who is the promoter for Anthony Joshua, is big
Yeah.
on that because let me take you back. You remember what happened when he had his first and only fight in America?
Yep,
He
Mm-hmm.
came
remember that?
here. He was on tour. He was at Hot
Andy Ruiz.
97. He was
Ruiz
doing
dusted his ass.
everything but focusing on boxing.
Yep.
Yeah. And
And,
he
and
and he
what
paid
happened?
for that ever since.
And he
So
ain't
Yeah.
came back to America since. Not
so
to fight.
it
you
happens, man.
know.
It happens. But
But that's why I'm glad we got what we got last was it spring or summer. We
yeah.
finally saw Errol Spence and Bud hop in
And
the
Bud,
ring
yeah.
together.
Bud and Era was sick of promotions getting in the way.
They almost missed their window too, though.
They
Listen,
did. They
man.
almost did.
That fight was too late. That I would have liked to see that before the crash. We don't know what Hero lost in that car. Okay, we don't know.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see
Yeah.
that before he flipped
True.
that Ferrari 100 times. I
True.
would have liked to see it before then, because
It's true. When he was at the top, he was at the
yeah,
top
he's not.
tier.
That's not
He
the
was pound
same.
for pound
That's
on
not the same
everybody's
Hero,
list.
bro.
Everything.
So I'm watching the
I
fight. I'm just
still, hey,
you're not
he's
bleeding
so
right. Like,
against it. Hey, Bill, he's so against it. He feels
listen.
like I don't care what happened.
Oh, he
It's
hopped in
not
there. He
that.
hopped in there.
It's
He got
not
fried
that.
up. He
It's just
hopped
a
in there and
little.
got
I'm
fried
not.
up.
No, even Roy Jones talked about that. Like you can't discount what probably
Hey,
happened
but
or
he
was
hopped
taken
in
out
there.
of him
He hopped
after
in
that
there.
accident. So I
Yeah.
get that. But
He
you know,
hopped
in
in
the
there
sport
though.
of boxing in particular, I mean, it is the same in the sports we play. But when you sign that paper and you say
And
I'm
you
all
hop
right,
in there,
and you
yeah.
I'm
step in
good. I
there,
can do it. Yeah.
I don't take nothing away from T. Crawford. He a dog. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying for me, I would have liked to see that happen a few years before it did. I would have liked to see Mike Tyson and Roy fight when they was younger, not old
Yeah.
men, but the business keeps a lot of stuff. It's
it'll
political,
mess a
man.
lot of things up. The
It's
business, like you
political.
said,
Just
because
Yeah.
the history books will never really show it. But if you go
hmm
back and you look, Mike Tyson and Holyfield were supposed to fight in
oh,
1992.
wow, yeah,
Yep.
but he went to
Yeah.
jail.
Totally
Wow.
different fight than what
That was
we
a totally
saw.
different Mike Tyson
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So even the Lennox Lewis joint,
That
it
was yeah.
totally different. Once he got out of jail, he was different, man. Like he was
Yeah.
different.
And
His
Pacquiao
mindset was different.
Mayweather was too late. Also,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think that's why we got the
But
dud that we
with
got.
him, listen, y'all. I don't think Pac would have beat Floyd, bro.
I don't
I,
think
I don't
so
either.
either, but I think
I
it could have been a
don't. I
better
think
fight if
we
it
all three
happened.
agree with that.
you
Yeah,
gotta understand, bro. That you gotta hit this man, bro. And that shit just not happening. He's not giving up clean shots, bro. It just ain't
No.
happening. It's just not happening.
We
And
still to this day have only experienced one clean shot on Roy
Shane Mos, nah,
Floyd
I've seen
Mayweather, and it was
two.
Shane Mosley.
I've
now
seen maybe three.
there's been a few. There's been a
He's
few.
Madonna knocked his tooth
Yeah,
out.
Madonna did. Yeah, Madonna got
What's
his
the
too. I
dude?
called
The
you.
Chop
black
Chop
dude that
Corley caught him,
Chops caught him.
and
Uh,
Miguel Cotto caught him a few
Toto caught
times
him.
Miguel
too.
Cotto caught him too.
I
Mosley,
would say Zab, but it didn't really phase
yeah, he
me.
handles
Yeah,
that
it didn't
though.
phase
But
him because he
Zab
walked
caught him
through
though.
it.
Zab
He
caught him
Yeah,
though.
walked
now
through it.
Zab caught
He
him.
kept
Yeah,
moving forward.
Floyd chin was, he was,
yeah.
bruh. Floyd was that business, dog.
Yeah,
That business. But he messed the sport up from a standpoint. I think where like, all right, everybody think they gonna be Floyd. I only want this type of. He had to earn that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He ran through champs and all of that shit. He had to earn it.
He made people think that being unbeaten was actually achievable, which is kind of not
yeah.
in the
It's
sport
not.
of boxing.
It's not realistic.
It's
And
not.
him, and even though I love him and Roy, from that business standpoint of picking and choosing instead of just fighting whoever. Now, if you look at Mayweather's resume, though, ultimately he did end up fighting
Well, he
everybody
fight.
who was
He fight.
anybody.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, he
not when
did.
you wanted to see it,
He gonna
but
fight when he wanna fight. When
yeah,
you the A side, like he say, when you the A side, you determine where the battle is. That's just a great general. I'm gonna
yeah,
fight when I'm ready to fight.
right,
So when I looked at it like that, like he looking at it from an art of war. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make sure the terms is right for when he make his strike. You know what I mean? Pacquiao
So
signed that contract. He was ready to fight.
yeah, he was ready to go.
All right. The money is at the highest it's ever gonna get for us. It's time now,
So is
yeah.
Frank Martin and Tank the right time, y'all?
huh?
Is Tank and Frank Martin the right time? They both prime.
It
Frank
ain't the
Martin
right.
got the
It
belt.
ain't the right time for Frank.
It ain't the right time for Frank.
Bill
He
like
signed
me.
the
I was
pay.
like,
You
yeah.
just said it. You said it's about signing that paper, right? He
But he
signed that
signed that.
paper.
Who wouldn't? When you want to see where you at, and you think you a dog, and you looking at a dog. Well, shit, I'm gonna sign up. I think I am too.
At that weight class, until
You see
Tank
what I'm
he
saying?
holds on and starts fighting too long as he gets older, but at
But
that weight class, nobody's messing with him right now.
listen, that's some deep water
He's the
there.
most dangerous man in America right now.
He's a shark, dog. He's
The
a
most
shark.
dangerous man in America right now.
I'm talking about. Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to
Dynamite.
have Floyd in
He's
his
trying to
corner,
hurt folks. He's trying to hurt folks for real. Floyd will box you up. This dude trying to hurt. He trying
no,
to
he's trying
hurt.
to hurt. He's
He
trying to
trying
put you down
to hurt.
for the rest of the day.
Ooh, wait for real. He trying to
For the
hurt.
rest
That's
of
why
the
I'm saying
day.
Frank
It's getting ready to get
sparring.
real.
I said they sparred, but that shit's different. It's
Oh
different when
yeah,
we
sparring
working
is
on something.
still
I'm in here working on my jab to now I'm trying to get you out. That's a whole different
yeah,
attack.
sparring is
So
completely different. So brother Bill, I want to ask you this though, while we're on the boxing tip and wrap that up. Um, Nate, you join in too because I think you were either out or missed part of that episode. So the backlash with the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney fight. Again, I've said you don't want to ever discount what PEDs can do in any sport. But from my perspective, and Nate, we watched this fight together. Ryan Garcia still beating.
beat this. Listen, man.
Yeah, I'm trying
Go
to
ahead,
be
Bill. Go
politically
ahead.
correct
Finish
about it.
this sentence, Bill. Go ahead and
He
finish
whooped his
it.
ass regardless,
Yeah,
Listen,
right?
it
man.
didn't
So,
matter. Only
and
thing me and Al was
that
mad
three
about was because we
pounds,
put money on the fight. That's why me and Al were mad.
Hold
that's
on. Let
why
me
I'm
let
mad.
me give y'all let me give y'all let me give y'all my opinions on the steroids. Right. Everybody thinks that like you take steroids to get bigger, right? To gain muscle. The science behind the stuff that they're taking is for endurance and stamina. This ain't to bulk. This is to
Yeah,
recover so you can work out longer.
That's what blows my mind about that, man. Boxing
It's
steroids is
it's the
different.
science of it. So imagine the benefits, and I ain't gonna say no names because I don't do that. Imagine the benefits it would give you, per se, if you were playing basketball, right? And you were taking these specific hormones and and groups of performance enhancements, right? Now you got a team of scientists that are a step ahead of every test because all it is changing molecules around because they're testing for certain stuff. So
yeah,
if they can change the molecule in the stuff, it's not testable anymore. All right, so we got that part. Imagine the benefits it would have on an athlete, right? You playing 82 games, right?
right.
Boom. I can get in here, play this game, and my body's not even going to feel like I played a game. I can actually
Ugh.
leave this game, go get a workout. I can get so much in. My body can, my tolerance for fatigue is incredible. Imagine how much better you're going to get. Imagine the advantage you're going to have over people.
We
Now I
talked
ain't
about
saying
yeah,
I, I ain't saying no names. I'm just giving you the game on how some of this stuff can be used to beat the system and how people are doing it.
but that's what it's
I feel
for though.
like you got something
Like
on
you
your chest.
said, we talked about that even like in baseball. Like
Yeah.
steroids is not going to help you do what Manny
Nah,
Ramirez or Barry
nah. If you
Bonds or
can't
A
hit,
Rod
then you
did.
just gonna be taking steroids and can't hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Like, but
like
but
the
but like you said, to recover for that 163 game season, that's what that is
fresh.
for.
Now I'm fresh. I ain't feeling sluggish. I can be my full self 135 games instead of 99.
Right.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's gonna get you more money. So it plays into a lot, and I don't like it because you're boxing and you could hit this motherfucker in the wrong place. He could die.
Yeah.
So that to me, that's criminal. I ain't got no problem with it in like baseball. I thought baseball was funner when they in the juice era. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was more exciting.
So did the
Yeah.
league. That's why they
More
allowed
home
it.
runs.
You feel me?
That's
More
why
home
they allowed
runs,
it. It
more
wasn't even
fanfare.
illegal at the time.
But I think we got to get to a place to where everything changes and gets different. If they're not gonna test everybody on the same basis, the same platform, then they don't need to box. There
Yeah.
can't be three different testing commissions. Nah, everybody got to follow the same thing, bro.
Was it a vitamin supplement? Yeah.
I don't know what it is,
That's
bro.
what his team said, and it's
But
very possible because a lot of times when they training,
they don't
they saying here, drink
they
this.
take this, take that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I understand because they, I've been in the locker room where they done came around with a cup of shit. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Like, oh, this is nutrients for
So they
this,
just
this,
handing
that.
pills out?
Bro, you would be surprised, man. Like,
Oh shit.
I ain't gonna be in. Listen, man.
Brother Bill
It's
sound like he got something on his chest anyway.
That's what I said. If you got something on your chest, Bill, just let us know. If it's something
Man,
on your chest.
I done been in locker rooms where I done looked at my bottle of my little cup of stuff. I got 2, 3 pills, and I done looked. And another motherfucker got a cup full of shit. Like, you
God,
don't know what they giving you. This for this, this for that. Da, da, da. Cool. All right.
take your
You know,
antibiotics. Take your.
it could be, vitamin B, D. You got to understand these people putting patches on your jersey, collecting your sweat. So they, y'all got to understand. Like
Yeah.
this game is different, bro.
Rob Height
Different,
was the
bro.
one that told me. He said, "Hey, there's people that they got certain things they got to take every day, and we don't
Yeah,
even know. Like y'all
yeah,
don't know."
bro.
I
Because
remember
they'll
now.
look.
I'll never forget. I was with Mike Peel,
Mhm,
and he was telling it, and Rob had just came in town because Rob was getting his workout in. He was doing.
mhm.
That's when he was still hooping, and he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Hey, bro, it's like people in the locker room." They getting stuff, and I don't even know what they getting. I ain't never
Yeah,
seen some of this stuff. They
hey,
getting
I'm
treatments I ain't
telling you,
seen. They getting this I ain't seen. So I'm like,
you
the
got to
hell? I'm
understand
just in the
these
background thinking like, what?
some of these people getting paid $30 million a year. They need them to perform 82 nights. So they're gonna do whatever they need to do to make sure that these guys can get out there and perform at their best. It may not be for the benefit of the player, but they definitely gonna do it for the benefit of them and their team. You understand what I'm saying? So I remember when I got cut from New York Knicks, I had to get surgery on my elbow. Um, I had like some bone spurs and chips like floating around in my elbow, and it would get to a
Mm-hmm.
certain point, it would blow my elbow up. So we were about to play the Mavericks, and like my elbow is like swole, like you can
Like
see
a
it. It's
baseball?
like a baseball on my elbow.
Mm.
Shit.
Folks gonna ask me if I'm playing. You gonna play? What you mean? Do you not see my arm? I had the surgery. D'Antoni, he resigns, so I'm rehabbing my surgery, and it was like 4 to 6 weeks. We was in the third week. I'm still like rehabbing. Like my arm not even feeling strong. Not even like, not even really functional. I ain't even like hooping for real, for real. I'm like in the weight room, like running on the tread and doing that and stuff. So that, they keep like asking me am I gonna play, like pressuring me to play. I'm like, man, I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? My elbow is still not ready, bro. Like it's not sturdy as it should be. I don't feel comfortable, man.
Yeah.
Cut me. So
Mm.
they gonna do what's in the best interest of them. If they can't get what they want out of you, they gonna cut bait. Like it's just it's a cutthroat game, man. They not out there. These trainers for these teams are not out there for your benefit. So they gonna give you stuff that may have negative effects down the line. But right
Just to
now
make
in this
you
moment,
available. Yeah.
we
Yeah,
need you to be available.
just to make you get out there on that court.
Okay, so you imagine what guys is playing with stuff that they'll shoot you with something and you can't feel it right now for 3 or 4 hours, right?
John Sally said that. He said that on a podcast not
You
too
go
long
out there and
ago.
play, you doing more damage than, like even now I'm 36, man. I need knee replacements right now, bro.
Damn.
Man.
I'm 36. I played 16 years, 16, 17 years pro, bro. You think they care? I signed up for this, bro. I signed up for it.
Mm-hmm.
This what I signed up for. I knew going into this is crazy, but the average fan don't know anything about this. They just think
Yeah.
it's just throw the balls out and hoop. Nah, this is a political machine behind all of this, bro.
Yeah.
Even
Damn.
for it's crazy. The game isn't about. It's not even about basketball. There's so much more politics and which agent you signed to and what agent got leverage on the team. Well, this agent got the superstars on his group and his guys are going to play
You
compared
mean
to
like
this
Rich
guy.
Paul?
Rich
I
Paul.
don't like to say people's names,
You said
You
Rich
know,
Paul.
but more power to Rich Paul. You feel me?
Now
Because
I respect him, but I was being funny when I
he
threw
only
that.
doing what they do,
Yeah,
and they get mad when he do it. Why is it a
Yeah.
problem when Rich Paul is doing what he
cause he
doing, what
ain't,
y'all
cause
been doing?
they feel like this uneducated black
They
man
feel
has
like he
got all
uppity.
this leeway.
You uppity, and you ain't supposed to have
Yeah,
that position. Yeah, he is. He proving it too. Look at his
yeah,
track record.
Yeah.
He's getting black men paid, bro. Look at his track
yeah,
record.
for sure.
Now, I'm pretty sure that if he worth anything, he's teaching those dudes about financial literacy, what to do with their money. He's being more than an agent. You see what I'm saying? He's being more than an agent, somebody that's just using you to get a paycheck. He actually teaching these dudes. They breaking bread. And people gonna frown on a dude like that. But you got these other agents out here that ain't from the culture, that ain't like us, exploiting us. Okay, you get with these dudes. They get their money off the deal. You can't call them and ask them for no advice. They're not gonna tell
Nope.
you where to put your where. You can't call and say, "Yo, Agent X, where you be? What you do with your money?" Oh, they not having that conversation with you.
Nope.
That's the number one thing I want. I want kids. These younger kids are not educated on this, and it's it burns me up inside because they don't know the jits of everything. They'll take you through the ringer, but they won't educate you about
A lot of it is these
anything
vets
else.
too. What are the vets passing down?
That's true. You're right.
We supposed to be each one teach one, bro. We in a league full of Negroes, bro. Like look at how many years have we been at this league, dog?
Mm.
We don't got
You also gotta be willing to listen though and receive that information
and
too.
that's the
Yeah,
thing.
for
That's the
sure.
thing. And that's what makes the OGs not want to fuck with the young guys because y'all know
Hmm.
it all. When the OGs tell you something, you should shut up and listen.
And if you
You know what
say
I'm saying?
something, he hating or something like that.
Exactly, but I'm around. I was around Sam Cassell, Ty Lue. These dudes. I'm a respectful person. I ain't finna disrespect these dudes, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
If Sam asked me to, hey, young punk, he'll call, hey, young punk, I need you to come. I'm coming because I'm
Yeah.
finna gain something from this conversation that it's gonna give me a whole different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but you got to be willing. They gonna test you first. They gonna see what type of person you are. And a lot of these dudes be failing the test.
Yeah,
Just
that's
point, just
true.
point blank. They fail the test, and they
KG
not gonna
said it
fuck
a
with
few.
you.
KG said it a few times. He said I was trying to give young guys some education, and they wasn't listening.
They not gonna fuck with you. Why would they waste their time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't go and ask a dude like KG, oh, show me some stuff, and come one time. He ain't fucking with you, bro. He gonna first
Mm.
time. First off, he gonna take get the fuck out, get from around me. The first time you ask him, that's just type duty. Get the fuck
Yeah,
around me.
that's
You ain't
that's
gonna get.
KG for you.
But if you persistent, like, bro, I ain't going nowhere. Nigga, I need to know. You know what I'm saying? I like to ask questions. What the shit was like when you first, you know what I'm saying? What was Jordan like? What was it? Pique his interest. Oh man, talk about Black G. He gonna get in his mode. Man, you gonna
Yeah.
gain so much knowledge
Hmm.
from listening to these dudes, bro.
I remember
But
even Kobe, the phenom, humbled himself and asked KG
got
going
to,
into that because, and
got
even
to.
KG hit him with first. He said, "Hey man, didn't your dad play in the league?" He's like, "Nah, man, I'm trying to learn from you."
From
Like,
you, fool. Like, motherfuckers want that information, but if you thirsty to get it, they gonna give it to you. But like I said, what the NBA needs to do a better job of is like you got to understand
what up, Henry?
you got
What's
to
up,
understand
here?
your player base, right? These dudes are coming from impoverished backgrounds and backgrounds that don't have financial literacy
Hmm.
and stuff like that. They need to go a step further with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to sit up here and tell you, oh, this is what you need to do. Everybody don't learn like that. A lot of these fools don't learn like that. You gotta actually show, hey, come here. This is what you do. Boom, 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 boom. This how you write a check. All right, boom. This how you do this. This how you do that. Da, 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 da. Like, you know what I'm saying?
When did
Hmm.
it change though, brother Bill? Because I remember even Charles Barkley talking about how the OGs like Moses Malone helped him lose weight. Dr. J talked to him about saving money and not blowing it on 8 different cars and stuff like that. When did it change to where OGs kind of I guess
The,
got jaded
the
because the young
90s.
folk didn't want to hear it.
Nah, it wasn't that they got jaded. It was the 90s where the money started exploding. We had the younger guys making more money than the older guys that had put the work in, and it wasn't no respect. The respect was lost.
Yeah.
So instead of looking at a vet like Chuck, like, oh, he a super vet, but I make more money than him, so I ain't gotta listen to that. That's where it went wrong. Just like the
Okay.
same way there's a disconnect out here with these young dudes walking around out here in these streets that won't take advice from an OG that then threw his life away. You feel me? Because there's OGs out here that's preaching like, "Hey, yo, y'all young boys need to put that shit down, put them guns down." Oh, they ain't trying to hear that because you don't look the part. But you talking to a crash dummy telling you don't crash out. He telling you, look, I didn't crash, but they don't care, bro. They don't care. So the disconnect was that when the youngins started elevating and started feeling like they was better because of their position,
Yeah.
not understanding that it's levels to this, bro. You don't disrespect no Charles Barkley. You don't disrespect no Charles Oakley. You don't disrespect. You don't disrespect no vet in the locker room playing a young man's game, bro. You
Yeah.
don't. You don't do that. This basketball is a young man's game. You don't disrespect no OG in no young man's game. You soak knowledge. You take knowledge.
Yeah. Because I looked at even the Cleveland Cavaliers when they would bring Perk in at the end of the season, or all those years that Pat Riley left Udonis Haslam on that team.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a reason for that. And the older teams used to have that veteran presence and
Yeah,
somebody they could lean on,
you
even if
have
he
yeah,
wasn't,
Definitely a reason for that.
playing. You
and
know,
it's because you got to have somebody that embodies everything that we standing for. So you got to understand in Miami, just fuck the hoop shit, just on some real life, like out here in these streets, UD is respected.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Then we get
I
to the
remember.
hoop shit. He respected, man, and grinded his way to where he was at. You got to respect that. So who wouldn't listen to him?
That's true. What's up, Mal?
You
I
got
remember
to.
Rob told us a story. He was like Shaq seen Rob drunk. And he was talking about I'm about to go out. Shaq made his ass go home.
Yeah, you got yeah. It happens, bro. It happens.
The Shaq store. Shaq made him
It,
go home.
it happens, bro. It happens. They'll save you, bro, because you got to understand, like life experience is priceless, you
yeah,
know. And I think a lot of the disconnect too is our elders didn't pass on information.
Mm.
yeah. They held
I
on to
just
some
had a
of it.
Held
conversation
on
about
to shit and
that. I just had a conversation about
didn't
that.
pass knowledge down, didn't reach, didn't teach enough. They felt I don't know what it was. But there's a disconnect, and we basically you can see it's the children of the corn, bro. Like it's wild, it's
Yeah,
wild, it's wild. Like even now with the NIL stuff, right? So these dudes can be in high school and sign an NIL deal and get chipped out. How does that warp your whole development? Say you get $1 million at 15.
Mikey Williams is a perfect example of what you're talking about right now.
Okay, now where I would love to, I don't know, I can't say that because I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't know him though, but to mentor somebody like that, like, look, bro, don't throw this shit away, dog.
Yeah.
Don't throw it away. You got a second chance right now. I think he's at he down here in Florida at UCF. I think, bro,
Yeah,
don't throw him
I
away,
think he did finally sign with a school
bro. What
a
he
couple
needs to
weeks ago.
do, he don't need to be nowhere but in that gym
Yep.
and in that classroom.
Especially if he want to get to the league.
That's it. In that gym, in that classroom. Regardless if you make it to the league or not, bro. You got an opportunity to change the trajectory of your life. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
You
it'd be
at the
like,
university. You take this chance that God has given you another chance. You could have been in jail, fool.
He
yeah,
should be locked up. To be honest, a lot of people are saying he should have
Would
been
have
locked up for
if
about
it was anybody
5 to 10.
else. If it was anybody else, and they would have looked and said, "This motherfucker can't be redeemed," they would have been in the can. But they looked at you and said, "All right, Mikey, you got a lot of stuff going. This could have been an error in judgment.
yeah.
Don't fuck this one up."
But like we talked about, brother Bill, before we got on here off the air, they have so many more distractions than we had,
For
and
sure.
things like social media to where they're competing for attention and everything else that distracts them. I think that's part of the issue too. Now that's not going anywhere, so we can talk
No,
about that
that's
all we
part of the
want.
game now. But
It's here, but like you said, the OGs. if they can, need to step in a little bit more nowadays because of that stuff being relevant.
Yeah, but again, if it don't look like something that they interested in, like if you don't
Yeah.
look the part, like for me, for instance, I don't wear jewelry, I don't wear none of that shit. So
You ain't never been like that, Bill. I
I
remember when
never,
you was
bro.
in high
Like
school, you was like,
I'm not a
I don't want
flashy
no.
dude, bro. So
You wearing white tees, bro.
me saying something to you, you gonna look at me
He
like,
was coming to the gym and like, bro, he wasn't wearing no
bro.
designer. He wearing tournament tees. He was wearing tournament tees. He wearing like simple shit. Excuse my mouth, but he wearing like simple things to the gym. He ain't about to let it know. He ain't about that life. He just here
But that's
to.
it.
I'm trying to get some wreck in.
That's it. I'm trying to get some rec. I probably got some
I'll
flip
never forget
flops.
that. You came to
Boom,
UC, you
boom.
ain't had no big time shoes on, none of
I've
that.
been at that my whole life, bro. Like I just because it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
I've
Yeah.
been
it
around
don't.
long enough to like I see this shit don't matter. Like you could be out here in designer clothes and be worthless.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You
And
know,
a
so
lot of times, the people that truly do have capital, money, resources, and stuff, the older we get, you realize, man, they might walk
they be
around as
quiet,
Skechers,
bro.
bruh.
The money that I've seen, these folks, you bruh, they ain't even driving what you think.
They trying to
Yeah.
lease them.
In an Aztec. Y'all seen them? Y'all remember them Honda? That's what they be in, bro. They be so low key.
I remember they said Warren Buffett used to drive a Ford Explorer,
You
bruh.
feel me? Now they got
Yeah,
this Genesis. You can see them a little bit now. They in them Genesis, them G90s. It's low key. It ain't a
Yeah.
Mercedes. It ain't a Beamer. But they be quiet, bro, because they at the end of the day they don't be wanting people to know they got money. One, and then two, they understand that money is a tool. It's a tool to experience shit, to further yourself. It's energy, bro. That's all it is. It's energy. Once you start looking at it like that, you're gonna be changing how you operate, what you spend
Yeah.
your time on. Like,
yeah,
yo, if you work a regular job, you got a salary, and you why would you go in here and buy this bag? You know that's gonna cost you 4 or 5 hours of your working life to purchase that. When you start putting it
yeah,
like that, when you
Yeah.
start putting it like that, and you
yeah,
realize like, yo, this shit is propaganda. All this shit is to distract you, bro, from what you should truly be doing, and that's trying to be righteous, man. Because we only here for a short while.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have the most impact I can. I'm trying to help as many people as I can, and I'm trying to be righteous. I ain't trying to do nobody wrong. I'm just trying to be right. I'm trying to be
yeah.
right. That's it.
And that's why you've been able to accomplish, a lot of what you have, man. And at least what I believe, the man upstairs, favors people that do that and are looking to help other people and are not
Oh, Joe,
self
for sure.
absorbed
You
and
got to stay
looking
prayed
down
up,
on other
man.
people. And it's hard, bro, because a lot of people, regardless of what industry they're in, they don't make it to the heights that you make it to, brother Bill. But to stay grounded like you have, man, that's another reason I knew you were solid, man,
Man,
and
that's
from
just
everything
God.
Dre's ever said about you too, man.
God, bro. I pray a lot, and I don't. I don't think of myself as I don't see myself how people see me. Like, you know what I'm saying? My wife has told me that, like, bro, you know who you are? Like, yeah, but I don't see myself like that. Like, I'm just
Mm.
me, bro. Like,
Yeah,
That's
and
the humbleness of you, though, bro.
but that's
You
just
really
but
humble. You've
that's
been
how I
humble
came
for a
up.
long
That's how
time,
I
bro.
came up. I came up
Yeah, man.
sharing clothes with my cousins, bro. I didn't have nothing. I came to Cincinnati, bro. I didn't have nothing. You know how many times I got picked on in school in Cincinnati because I didn't have no gear. Like I come to a city, y'all big city. Everybody wearing gear. I ain't got none of that,
For
bro. I
sure.
ain't got no swag like y'all got. Like, they looking at me like this big country ass. What did I'm wearing Reebok classics, bro. That's what we wear where I'm from. Like,
Nate, no, he went to Fashion 220,
you feel me?
his high
I
school.
did. I went to
So
Hughes, so it was
yeah,
a fashion show
exactly.
every
That shit
day.
was the runway.
It
If you
was
wasn't coming
runway
correct,
every day.
if you wasn't coming correct, they flaming you. Man, I remember I went to my
Yeah.
first homeroom, dog. I went to my first homeroom. I swear that shit was the longest 10, 15 minutes I ever had in my life. I swear I was my first day, North College Hill, man. I'm looking around trying to find my class. Man, I get in there, man. As soon as I come in the door, this girl like, who the fuck is this big clumsy? I'm like, oh man, I beeline to the back. I just sat down. I'm like, oh my god. I said,
First
oh
day.
my God. First day,
Hey, but
first.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Bill. Cincinnati's always been a flaming city, so we
For
get the
sure. For sure.
capping, we
For
get the
sure.
capping. We gonna love you. We
Yeah.
even gonna
Once
love
I,
you after that.
you
That's
know
the
what I'm
bad
saying?
thing
Once
about it.
I
Like
got
we
in the
gonna
mix
cap
with
on
it,
you, but we still love you,
yo,
bro.
they was capping on everybody, bro. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, it
it's
wasn't
nothing
just me.
new.
It was,
That's our thing.
you feel me?
And
So
Al went to the capital of capping.
yeah, for
Bruh.
sure.
Al went
Schroeder,
to you. If you ain't had tough skin going to
Schroeder.
Schroeder,
He's like,
Schroeder Pioneer High School. If you didn't have
you better have
skin,
some self
listen,
confidence
you gotta
about
bruh,
have
you
you,
gotta have
something,
some
bro.
type of confidence walking in that school.
You gotta walk right. Man. Listen, man, listen, bro.
You
I
better
was
be
so
able
thankful.
to act and react going to
I was
these
so
schools in
thankful our team
Cincinnati.
had
For
got
real.
sponsored, man. Listen, I was so thankful, Lord. Our team had got sponsored, man. They were sending that free gear. Oh, Lord Jesus. There's a weight that was lifted off me, man. Like, there's a weight, man.
See, now they make them wear uniforms though at
Yeah,
CPS,
it's
brother.
just
Get with the
uniforms
flow.
And
everywhere
that's
now.
great. I think that's the best thing they could have did because that takes away. We all the same. We all wearing,
But they still flaming people
Oh, they
though.
gonna flame them shoes. Them shoes
You better
now.
not walk into
Now,
these schools with the wrong shoes. It's over.
don't walk in here
You
with
better
them
not walk in
things
here
on.
with. Let you walk in here with some what's the new ones? The Jordan 6 rings. Let you
Oh
walk
my
into a
God!
school
Don't
with
come
them.
in with
It's
look. Don't
over.
do it.
You're gonna
Don't
lose
you
your
do it.
life.
Don't you do it. Don't you come in
By
here with no funny
lunchtime, you
Jordans.
gonna want to kill yourself.
No jump mans. Don't you do it.
Don't you walk in here with no jump mans on.
And when I coached at
Do it.
Purcell a few years ago, I wondered why they shoe game was on point like that. That's the only thing they had to express themselves.
Yep,
Yes,
And if you came wrong, you was gonna get roasted.
bro. It's an
it
all
was
day
over.
thing too.
It was a
Bro,
done. Yeah, I know
man,
you ain't walking here with these running Walkmans on.
bro. The
Like
Sauconys,
what? What
y'all
are
ever seen the
Oh,
these?
the Saucony.
Oh
The
yeah.
Sauconys. What are you doing walking with these on?
And then they started calling people conies.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, bro.
that's when it got bad.
It's
Man,
like,
I
bro,
thought I
you
was
Coney.
I had got some Sauconys, and I wear a size 15, right? So
Oh, so your
everything is.
Sauconys was long.
Oh my God, bro! I threw them joints
What
in the
up, Greg?
trash.
Greg say 6 rings is crazy.
6 rings, it is, bro. It is. Don't come right like and I can only like now. Like I got kids in school. These kids is brutal, bro. Like it's
Yeah,
only
it's
it's only
real.
get,
It's
it's only
real.
getting worse, man.
Hey,
But
and wearing black Air Force Ones is criminal now.
yeah,
Yeah, you're a
yeah,
criminal. You wear the black A1s.
yeah.
I loved black Air Force Ones. That was
They
a
was a
bad.
they was an
I
all-purpose shoe,
loved them. They
man.
was an
You
all-purpose
feel
shoe.
me?
I love black
It
Air
felt
Force
like
Ones.
they was a
Now,
little bit more rugged than the whites. Like the white ones, you supposed to just
yeah,
chill. Like these black ones, I could bust a sprint out if I need to. Like you feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like it's just it's a different time, man.
Nah, you walk in the door with some black Air Force One. Oh no,
Oh,
you
they on
robbing
you right now.
somebody
They
today. It's
you
over.
got
It's like,
them.
bro,
Yeah,
he grimy.
yeah.
Yeah,
You got
you
to watch
robbing
him
somebody
for
today.
sure,
You a
for
thief.
sure, for sure,
I know a thief when I see a thief.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
nasty
say
work,
nasty
bro. They
word.
definitely them 6 rings is
He know
nasty
too.
work.
Now he feel my struggle. He know. He been in there, boy. They done, boy. You know it. Oh man, I beeline, bro. I ain't never walked so fast in my life. And then
Made you
what?
think about your next decision.
Yes. Now the culture shock that I had being in North College Hill because I was at a Christian school and then I went to Marva Collins Prep and I was always in a uniform, so we didn't have to wear a uniform. And like when I had first came to school and I seen the clothes that the girls was wearing, bro, I was like, yo, this is bananas. I'm like you gotta understand. I'm country. I'm from West Virginia. I don't know nothing, bro. I'm looking like yo, y'all wearing this to school. I'm seeing like,
You walking in the door thinking you seeing vixens. You think this a
bruh,
video shoot.
what? I'm like,
The video
yo,
shoot get ready to
what
go
is going
down.
on? I can't focus. I had to tell my guidance counselor, look, man, I can't focus. I'm having a hard time focusing.
They coming there wearing the baby
Bro, you
fat
gotta
and
realize
everything else.
Al
It
was
was
there. No, Al was at my school. The first day of school, I walked into school. I'm seeing girls come in pencil skirts and
yeah,
heels.
yep.
And I'm like, what is going
What are we
on?
doing now?
These
I
are
only, I
grown
only
women.
lasted 5 weeks in Hughes, bro. There was a lot of distractions. Let me just
A
say
lot of
that.
distractions. Like for
It was
listen,
bad.
man. For mother to graduate out of there with honors, boy, you was working hard and you was focused. God bless you, because
Your head
Yeah,
was to the
and they
ground.
made you do schoolwork too. I
it's
said,
a
man, I
lot
gotta go
going
Yeah.
back to
on.
Schroeder.
There's a lot going on, man.
Yeah, man. It was bad, bro. Like it was like real live distractions. I'm like, I'm a freshman. I'm walking in here and I'm like, yo, these are grown women in here. They
Yo,
wearing
bro,
heels.
it was crazy.
It was it was nuts.
I
Hmm.
remember after school, like I would sit at the basketball court after school, and I would just watch everybody. I'm like, yo, I ain't seen nothing like that. I'm seeing motherfuckers smoking, fighting.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm just sitting like, yo, y'all doing this every day? Like,
every
oh,
day.
this is
Yeah,
different.
Henry.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
Henry
saying?
cheeks all over the place. For real.
Then I
It
then,
was bad in
then
high school.
I'm calling OJ like, look, bro, you gotta get over here. It's different over here. No, they ain't. He's like, oh, I'm on the way. First thing, I get, you
Hey, the
know what I'm
bad thing
saying?
about it is like we would leave school like at Hughes. Al knew about this, so we would come out to school and you go see everybody.
Yes,
So you seeing the girls
Hughes
getting
was in a
picked up.
great
You
place.
seeing girls getting picked up by grown ass men.
Yeah,
Like,
now
whoa,
that was
what is
crazy.
going on?
That was crazy.
Like, what in the world? Like,
Yeah, it was a different
it
time,
just was
dog. It
bizarre.
was a different
It
time,
was
dog.
so crowded right across the street from UC,
Yeah,
Yeah,
bruh.
Hughes was in a great place. It was in a great place.
Hughes was
It was
nuts,
in a
bro.
great place. I
It
ain't
was a
never had
zoo,
no
bro.
problem going down there and hooping. I used to love to
Nope.
go to UC and hoop because we used to walk around after that like, we
Seeing
we
all the
looking
grown
good.
women.
Oh, what? We
Yeah,
was in heaven, bro. We was in
yeah.
heaven. Then
We used to
we
leave
found
Hughes
out.
and go straight over there and go to the gym, bro.
Yeah,
We used to go to the field house. That was when the field house was still open.
is Dayton though. Dayton, Ohio was sneaky back in the day, bro.
Yeah, back in the day, they did. They was
Yeah,
sneaky.
We used to go up there.
We ain't gonna talk
They had
about
some.
dating too much. Bill, we go leave dating
yeah,
alone.
because they used to hate us Cincinnati boys.
Yeah, they
Oh,
hated
for
us.
sure, yeah, for
They
sure.
definitely hated us.
For sure. I'm not even from Cincinnati. It don't matter. So I was like,
Didn't matter. They was gonna hate you. They was gonna hate you. You was
Yeah,
affiliated
it's
with us. So that's all that
for
matters.
sure. But we used to go up there and hoop, get ran out. Uh, because it was always a fight. So at some point,
Some point in time, it's gonna be a fight.
oh, it's gonna be. That's like, yo, let's just go home, dog. But Cincinnati, man, this is a special place for me, special time, dog, for sure. And it's definitely one of my favorite places, man. Yeah.
yeah.
So the
We gotta
skyline.
get you. We gotta get you back here. You gotta come up for
Man,
homecoming or
I
something,
need
man.
to
We gotta
get
get you
back to
back here.
NCH. You feel me? I need to, go to my little Skyline Chili, man. I ain't had that joint in ages, bro.
Well, it's still
Where
here,
you at in
brother.
Florida? They got it down there in Florida.
Nah, it ain't the same, dog. It ain't the same.
Oh, it
It
ain't
ain't
the
the same.
same.
It
Well,
ain't the
Jeff
same.
said that back in the day. It ain't the same when he was down there in West Palm
It ain't
Beach.
the
He was
same,
like,
bro.
"Yeah."
They ain't doing it the same, dog.
Ah,
That chili
that's the
ain't
difference.
traveling, bro. That chili ain't traveling
And
like
it ain't that. Well, brother Bill,
you
it's
know what I'm
still
saying?
here, man.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
anytime you want to come back, man, we the city would love to have you.
Yeah,
Obviously,
man.
here on Factual Opinions, man, we appreciate you stopping through.
My man, I
Um,
appreciate y'all having me, man. So
we got to get Juice on here too, man.
Yeah, man.
but he coaching in China right now. So
Okay.
Oh, he
you
over
know,
there. Oh, James Miller was just in China.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He been over there coaching for a while. So we all now we retiring and moving on in different areas, bro. So
Yeah,
I'm
man.
proud of him, man. I'm
that's
glad
the
he's doing
thing,
good,
man.
man. I'm
For
glad
sure,
he's doing
I am too.
good.
I tell him that all the time, man. Like uh,
Appreciate it,
Appreciate you,
Cal.
Cal.
we started this journey, bro. And the sick part is, uh, I didn't even like basketball. I played because he came to my house and begged me to play. Like, come, I need you to come play with me. Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, I ain't no good. Turned out to be one of the best decisions I made. Rolling with my guy. So you know,
Well, man,
Henry
look,
said, "Stay
y'all,
blessed, Bill."
for sure.
yeah.
So
Yeah, y'all accomplished a lot, man, and it'll never be erased from the history books, man. So,
Not never.
um, you are part of Cincinnati history,
for
man,
sure,
and
man.
that's another reason why we wanted to have you on here, give you your flowers, man, let you know that y'all were appreciated and still are to this day, man.
Man, that's
So,
great to hear, man. For sure, that's great to
uh,
hear.
absolutely. So we are checking out with the Ohio High School Athletic Association state champion, NBA veteran, played for Coach Huggins. Again, we got the story confirmed here. Bill Walker, Michael Beasley, the whole game would have been at
Yeah, it
UC
would
Oh
if
would
my
have been
Coach
gosh,
Huggins
nasty.
why you
wasn't
bringing this
there.
up again, bro?
Hey, I had to get it confirmed, man. As much as it hurts, man,
It
but Bill
hurts.
spilled the
Man,
beans.
It hurts, man. The
The juice
Jordan
would have been
deal, hey,
there.
it hurts.
Oh man. So, but no, brother Bill, we appreciate you
We
sharing your
definitely do.
basketball journey with us. Make sure everybody follow Factual Opinions on IG, Facebook. Of course, this episode will be on YouTube, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter. The audio will be available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So share it with your people. We appreciate the support. Again, want to thank Brother Bill for stopping through. Brown, Bruce Wayne, Big John, we love you. We think about you, brother. Get your stuff
For sure,
together.
bro.
Come back next episode. So
For
we
sure.
appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's a wrap. We'll try to do it better next time.
I appreciate
For
y'all
sure.
for having me, man.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all.